become
No,
like
I wasn't like a crazy guy.
addictive?
No, but you just thought it was unhealthy.
It just felt bad.
Yes, it felt like an unhealthy habit. It didn't feel like an addiction, but it felt like, okay, it's the end of the night. Like
Yeah.
I'll, jerk off, then go to bed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it just felt like, what is this even doing? And then I started to think of sex as like this thing, like, it's just not that important, or it's not really a real thing. I don't know. I just start to worry about what other ways it was like landing in my
Well,
brain.
it was making you maybe think of it as a more detached thing. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Like sex is like with an object as opposed to like a person. You know what I mean? Like you're not really like thinking of it as an intimate thing, right?
Oh, totally. 100%.
Yeah.
And did you have a
100%.
religious upbringing? You're from the South, yeah?
Yeah, I'm from the South. I'm from Louisiana, but I didn't have a religious upbringing, but it just made me feel kind of, I don't know.
Dude, hit me with the birth name because I read this and I can't even say it.
My name?
Yeah.
Yeah, Theodore Capitani von Kurtatowski.
That's a name, dude.
Crazy.
Oh, they used to call me the N-word all the time in Louisiana.
What?
Which word is that?
Huh?
Huh?
I mean, you can pick one, but it's just because anything that gets a little too many, anything that gets a little wild, they
Yeah.
used to drop the N-bomb on
What
it,
kind of last name is that?
Yeah, tell me the
Well,
story.
my father's from
Jeez.
Nicaragua. My father, my grandmother's from Nicaragua. My father was raised there, and then he moved to Louisiana when he was 12.
So your father was had a childhood in Nicaragua.
Yeah,
Moved to Louisiana when he's 12.
yeah,
Lived there the rest of his life.
yeah.
And met your
And
mother.
died there.
Died in Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
And were you young?
Yeah, I was like 16. My dad was real old, though. My dad was 70 when I was born. He was an old man.
Wow.
So he was like a senior
That's what
citizen.
my dad's going to be doing.
Yeah.
That
Really?
34-year-old wife. He just married a 34-year-old Vietnamese woman he met online.
He's 70.
My Viet mom. She's probably going to want children.
Yeah.
I'm sure I already have countless siblings in third world countries. It'll come out later.
Was your dad a sex tourist?
Hell is.
Whoa, that
Yeah.
makes me scared, man.
No. But anyways, back to you.
Yeah. So wait.
That makes me scared, sex tourism.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Flying
it should.
somewhere to fuck something?
Of course. You could get rabies in Australia. You
Oh,
said
definitely.
that. But anyway, so your father was old, and your mother, how old was she compared to
Yeah.
him?
She was 32, so my mother was young.
Yeah,
my
so she
mother
was young.
regular aged.
Yeah. But he was did it feel like when you were a kid, did he seem like my mother's Peruvian. So like I feel like I have a foreign mom, right?
Right.
Your dad's Nicaraguan, but he came at 12. So did
Right.
he seem like an American guy or
No, he seemed like he always talked in Spanish, but nobody knew Spanish really by us. So he would, people thought I think he was insane or something.
they thought he was an N-word?
Yeah, a lot of times you're like, oh, look at this guy with the fucking, with the fucking with the fucking fancy lisp.
That's right.
Yeah.
They're like, man, we can't understand anything this
Did he
guy's saying.
have,
People thought he'd been electrocuted,
Wait, where in Louisiana did you grow up?
Maybe just outside of New Orleans, about maybe like 50 miles. So just pretty kind of rural area. It wasn't like redneck or something. I mean, it was like a little bit country, but just kind of rural.
Yeah.
So I feel bad that I'm just looking at Tom mostly, not looking at you.
Well, I mean,
Is that okay?
it's
Yeah.
fine. Dude, look
I
where
know
you
that's your
wanna
husband. I
look.
don't want to be looking at your wife.
Look where you look.
I mean, just look where you look, man.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
care.
okay.
Okay,
He's very
I'll look over at you
handsome.
sometime. He's handsomer than I thought he was going to be.
Isn't he
Yeah.
stunning?
I mean,
Oh.
that's a bit
Look
much.
at those beautiful blue eyes.
Okay,
I
yeah.
don't have that Dalia hair.
Oh my
Really,
God.
Mazzy, you're gonna make
He is
me
great.
turn on my microphone?
What about
But
your
is it
hair?
his?
Let's talk about your hair.
Well, if it isn't a coward, yeah. Well,
I started cutting it myself again. I don't trust the guy who's doing it.
I love
I
it.
finally come to terms with it,
So,
Mazzy. I really
tell
have.
me- 'cause
That's
when
just who I am.
met you,
So
You didn't have this hair, right?
No, I had shorter hair.
And then what prompted this? Because it feels like a very much, almost like a statement of like, I don't want to say aggressive, but it's like it seems singular, original, and also like you're not gonna like it says something. Like you walk in the room, somebody goes, "This fucking guy's gonna do whatever he wants."
Yeah.
That's kind of what it says to me. Does it feel like that or no?
Yeah, I saw some pictures of myself, and I never had long hair in any of them, and I was like, man, I'm going to be, probably dead at some point, so I want to see what I look like with long hair. And so I was like, I'll grow long hair out of my own head. And so next thing you know, I started growing it out, and it's
Yeah.
easier than you think,
Yeah, it is easier.
Yeah.
than
It is
that.
easier.
Like
than
I
you
see these
think.
guys, you think they're farmers or something. It's just somebody growing their own hair.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
But it's a bold cut. You know that.
Well, I just started, dude, I started to feel a lot more comfortable once I had longer hair.
Really?
And I'd never felt that way before. I'd never felt like it just gave me like a different kind of like.
What was the first week
Like a swagger.
of this cut,
Yeah.
though?
Yeah.
It gave
It
you
gave me like a swagger.
Well, Samson and Delilah, the power is in the hair.
Is that what they say?
Absolutely in the Bible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, but I mean, yes, you have the length on the back, but then the decision to go short
Yeah.
on the sides. I mean,
Yeah.
that is a
That's
very
bold.
First of all, it's a timeless look. Let's not forget, didn't the Aztecs start this look?
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. No, it's
And-
fucking badass, dude.
Thank you.
Like, it's a
And,
pretty.
and now it's growing, and now you're starting to see them in a lot of places.
Was it hard
Yeah.
first week?
You know?
Well, you're a trendsetter now.
Well, I
You're
don't know.
bringing
You're
it
an
back.
influencer.
You're an
Yes, you are.
influencer.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
I don't think that.
Why not?
Now,
I will hope not.
will you rename the cut? Because traditionally it's known as a mullet. But
Right.
you're kind of bringing it into the new millennium here.
Like a mill, like a
A millet.
A
A
millimut.
a millennium, a
millenniate?
millennium.
Yeah. Like, I feel
Maybe.
like you're kind of putting your own style on it.
Well, I felt like like people were. I was like in Hollywood. They started like making after like around the election and stuff. They started making fun of everybody where I was from. It felt
Right,
like
right.
even you.
Me?
And so
What did I
with
do?
build the wall around
my
Louisiana, very specific.
Gosh.
You should see my new hour. I fucking doubled down on that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, of course.
So, but no, I think in the news and stuff, it was people that had never even been there.
So it is connected though, in that it makes you feel almost tied to home more. Like it's right, like
A
it's
little bit.
a little like ownership of like, fuck you if I'm from somewhere else.
Right, fuck you if I'm from somewhere else. And also they would say like, oh well, people, women aren't allowed to have feelings or views like where you're from and stuff like that. And I'm like, people were in my neighborhood were wearing women's haircuts.
Right.
When I was a child, like how much more support can you get than wearing a shitty woman's haircut?
Wait, a
Or
man?
women's shitty haircut,
Right,
not
yeah.
a shitty woman's
Correct,
haircut.
correct.
right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about
Sure,
that.
It's fine. It's okay.
But yeah, it's like, we used to have this lady that would wash her car at night and say she was sexy all the time. And she had this haircut, and it would be in the dark and you would just hear her over there. No suds,
She would
either,
have
just water.
this haircut. Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying?
the mullet.
And
Yeah.
she'd be like, I'm sexy,
Yeah.
Well, dude, I fucking rocked one in third grade. Like,
Yeah.
we're talking 1984. I had
Yeah.
a sweet mullet. I'm gonna bring a picture in. It was kind of rad because it was easy to care for.
Mm-hmm.
I would feather the sides, dude. Bam, and then.
I wanna
just
ask
easy
about,
peasy,
like,
man. Did you
about-
spike the top up?
No, I just kind of, I don't remember if I did or not.
Yeah.
Want
a
to
good
ask
look.
about when you first did this cut though?
Yeah.
Is because now it's like you don't think about it. It's
Right.
like, and you own it, and then like it's almost like part of your identity in a way.
Yeah.
First week though, do you get self-conscious about it? Are you like having any self-doubt? You know what I mean? Like of rocking such a bold look. Like now it doesn't make me think twice.
Right.
Seeing you with it so long.
Yeah, we're
but
used
like
to
when
it
you're
now.
when you first see it, like have you ever had a beard where you shave and you leave a mustache and you're kind of fucking around?
Oh, yeah,
And then you look in the
seen
mirror
that.
and you're like, Jesus Christ. Like you see yourself and you're like, this is fucking
It's like when you
crazy.
see your stepdad without a beard for the first time. you're
Yeah.
like, who is that?
That feels
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
So did that happen to you when you first did the cut?
Well, it comes in slowly off the back of the neck, and there's times where you can kind of get it cut in as like, most of the world looks at this as a soccer haircut.
Yeah,
So
that's
you
true.
go a lot of places and it's soccer.
That's
it's
true.
soccer. You're just a big soccer fan.
Right.
It's only like here where it's like, where soccer hasn't really taken as much of American,
Do you like soccer?
I like it more and more because
Yeah.
it's more of a world game, but yeah, at first it was just kind of creeping down the neck and it was like, oh, what's going on? And then people would kind of say stuff. And then I was like, I don't know. I just feel more comfortable, and I have a big nose, and I have kind of big ears. And Brendan told me I have a big lip, and so.
No, you don't.
Well, he
A
said
big
it.
lip.
Yeah, he
Which
did.
You know you're
one?
talking about who said that though, right? Do you think-
Brendan.
yeah, do you think
Yeah.
he's a legit kind of person to critique the way people's ears look?
No.
Have you seen his ears?
Yes.
He's got cauliflower
His
ears.
ears look like they have
Little-
lips in him.
Yeah.
A little deformed.
Got
Looks like he
big
has two
head.
lips in each ear.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got a weird mouth.
Yeah, so take that, Brendan, because he did say that. And then also I'll say this, that he and he said some other stuff, but
Not nice stuff.
hit or miss, I think. But I'll say this though, that once it started to grow out and stuff, I just started to like it, and I honestly I never felt more comfortable. And it was also at a time where it
That's
was like,
fascinating.
it was a lot of like feminism and women's power, and there was a lot of like you know, that kind of like change was coming about more into like art and topical conversation and stuff, which I think is good. You know, but also I think a lot of men, sometimes when that happens, men feel like, oh, we're wrong or something's wrong. Like half my buddies were like, dude, I think I might be a rapist, you know, hit me with these texts and stuff.
Oh, because of like
just
Me
people
Too
were
stuff?
scared. Yeah, just like a lot of fear. So I think this gave me like a thing where it's like, okay, well, this is something that I can still kind of feel like a man, but I'm not like raping anyone.
Right.
You
That's
know,
interesting.
like safe, like this is a safe little space where I can just do, you know, this little hecticer on the back of my head, and I can just grow something back here for myself. It was like, you know,
It's to like assert your masculinity.
Yeah.
You think like so you don't
quietly.
Yeah.
Like
Quietly
no one hears
assert
your hair growing.
Right,
you know?
Right.
Yeah. I like that you pointed out that you can just grow out your hair to get it long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You forget that sometimes. You're like,
That
do
you
I buy
can. Yeah.
extensions?
Yeah.
Do I go to the store and buy longer hair? Because
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like, oh, I should grow.
Yeah.
I should have longer hair.
Did you ever
And
have
then-
extensions?
No, and I think about it a lot. I'm like, I'd like the idea, but I don't want to go through the effort.
I feel like a
don't
lot
give
of
shit.
dark-haired girls
Yeah.
do that.
What do you mean dark hair?
There's certain ethnicities,
Yeah. They buy hair.
Like
yeah.
strippers?
Persians,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Armenians.
Yes.
Well, you'll see like
Blursions?
And I come from the guy's point of view where you're like, damn, she's got a lot of hair, and then you need like a woman to be like, it's not her.
It's all
hair.
like clipping.
Like, I
and
have no idea.
stuff.
I'm looking at him like, wow, look at that. She's a fucking horse. She's got like
Yeah.
Dude, you guys are crazy,
That's
man.
crazy. I don't like it. It's too much work.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I don't give a shit enough.
So wait, let's talk about. I mean, I don't know.
Do you guys sleep in the same bed or not?
What?
What?
Is this real?
Yeah.
Why would
Is
you
this
ask that?
real? Yeah. What? We've been married for a million years.
Yeah.
15
Exactly.
years. Yeah.
That would. Yeah, that's why I would ask probably.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
That's crazy, man.
Wait, you don't plan on that?
I don't know.
Are you seeing somebody now? Are you serious?
No, not serious. I mean, I'm dating, but not serious.
Yeah. Do you want to get married one day?
I don't know. But I don't know if I could sleep in the same bed. I don't know if I could sleep in the same house, but I do envision like
Wait a minute. Why?
Yeah. That's
I
kind
envision
of
like
part of
houses
it.
that have like a sidewalk that's really
well,
close.
the French do that, and Frida Kahlo did that with
Yeah.
her dude. Yeah, because he was a
the
cheating
artist, Tom.
Yeah, yeah.
She was a cheating. He was a cheating machine,
Oh.
and so yeah.
But,
I mean,
wait,
that's
wait a minute.
very French.
You don't know
but-
if you can sleep in this.
Yeah, what's
I don't
that
know. It
about?
makes me so scared. I don't know. It
What's the
literally makes
What
me.
scary
part of it?
I don't know. I think just probably the commitment of it. It literally makes my crotch almost roll up into my fucking body.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, it really just that kind of stuff makes me nervous, man.
What are you afraid of? What's your biggest fear with commitment?
I don't know. It's almost like something that's baked into me somewhere. It's not even something sometimes that I can really access. You know, I don't like relying on other people. I like to do things myself. You know, but the
Was your
actual
dad a
commitment
cheater?
thing.
Was he a cheater?
I don't know. I mean, he liked to sleep in his car sometimes, but I don't think he was like with other women. I think it was just him in there. You know, because he would drink too.
Do you
But-
when you talk about separate, if you were married, you're like, I don't know if I could sleep in the same bed, the same house. Let's say you're dating, do you not even like sleeping in the same bed on a random night with whoever you're dating? Like, does that part bother you too, or no?
No, I think sometimes if it's like not too sexual, if it's not like a real sexual environment, I'm more okay with it. But if I'm really doing sex with somebody, I don't really want to be sleeping,
Okay.
with them.
But wait, I'm talking that feels to me like one night standish. But what about like if it's somebody you're
Yeah,
seeing
like a lady
regularly?
friend. Or
Yeah, like a
regular.
lady friend I could sleep in, I could share a bed with.
But
you
not
know?
like on a one night stand, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
And that doesn't bother you.
Not even like a 30-night stand. I couldn't even.
Really?
Yeah, it would have to be separate rooms, separate.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you been in therapy?
Oh yeah, I've been in there and
Yeah.
it's good. I like it in there, but also at some points I'm like, do I want to keep trying to figure this out or just want to live my life?
Right.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes you're like, maybe this is just who I am, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm that bear that scratches his back on the tree. You seen that bear on?
Yes. The country bear necessities. What is it?
Yeah.
The bear necessities
Yeah.
guy. I know, but then again, you can do 10 years
Wilbur.
in
Yeah.
therapy, and you'll wake up one morning and listen to Taylor Swift, and it'll change your fucking life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I just started listening to Taylor Swift. I'm 43,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I think I like it. And for years, I was like, nope, not. I'm a hardcore, angry punker chick.
Yeah.
It's not who I am. And then you
Yeah.
change who you are. I feel like I'm a totally different human being in my 40s.
I'm getting a Ferrari.
Yeah, he's been looking at Ferraris. Well, we got McDonald's back as a sponsor, so
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, we have some shit toothbrush that's trying to sponsor us. Jesus, dude. This is so much better than my podcast.
Well,
No, but
I wouldn't say that. You're
yeah.
hugely successful.
You're
you guys are
hugely
painting
successful.
a mural. You're killing it in the
you're
stand-up
selling
game.
all kinds of tickets.
Yeah, man. What are you
You're doing
talking
great.
about?
What do you mean?
No, we're doing great, but it's still just, I'd rather be on here.
I'm like, hey, I want to hear about your day though.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on? You
What's
came
going on
in. You were
today?
kind of bummed.
Oh, yeah, I feel bad. I was mad at that guy at the front. I was
And
mad at you.
Nadav, he forgives you.
Nadav?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you forgive him?
Yep, I forgive you, Theo.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, sorry. I
You
just
even hung
was-
up on me.
I did?
Yeah, you hung up on me.
Oh,
I don't even
wow.
remember that, but
Theo hung up on you.
Yeah. Like on
What's
the second
going
call,
on?
you gotta know where I am, and you just hung up the phone.
yeah, I could see myself doing that.
What's going on?
I was just like in a fit of rage in the parking lot. Well, what happened was, I don't know what happened, man.
I was kind of waiting for my apology, but go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm sorry also that I hung up on you.
it's okay.
I am sorry, though.
No, it's totally fine.
What happened was, I'll tell you this. So I got here, and I was just kind of frustrated. I had this bag of stuff, and it's in like a garbage bag,
I
right?
saw that. Yeah.
So, and so it's just like different things in there. And then I was in the parking lot. I didn't know where to go. The numbers are very,
Yeah, it's a confusing number system. It's not laid out very well. I'll
Right.
give you that for sure.
and a lot of times numbers,
Yeah.
they go, numbers know what they're doing. They're organized. And this shit, they fucking try to redo it here.
Yeah. They
So I'm
invented it.
out there. Yeah, I'm standing by this post office box. I got my
got it.
bag of stuff.
I got it.
And then this couple rolls up and they're smoking and they're trying to mail something in one of these mail slots,
Mm-hmm.
And the lady gets out of the car and she's like, "Who you with?" That's what she said, right?
To you?
Yeah. And I was like, and I was already kind of fucking pissed, dude. And now I'm like having to like rep my set out here with these motherfuckers,
Yeah.
by the
Yeah.
mail thing.
Mm-hmm.
So shit got a little bit weird. And then her husband kind of said something or whatever.
He did?
Yeah, bro, right out here.
Said something to you?
Yeah, and that's why I was like, well, where is anybody? Does anybody
Yeah.
care?
Yeah,
I'm out here with a bag of stuff and a garbage bag, and
You felt abandoned.
yes,
Yeah.
I felt abandoned. This lady's out there. The guy's honking the horn then to get his wife back in the car, and she had pulled too close to the mail thing
Yeah.
to get her door open, and she was trying to get out, but also trying to smoke at the same time.
It's important. Yeah.
And so it just kind of
But before that, you said you rolled here before you came. Did you wake up funky?
no, woke up good.
You had a good morning.
I had
And
a
then
great
what
morning.
happened?
Yeah,
So let's walk through it. What triggered the bad mood?
I don't know. It's a good question.
When did it start? So you wake up. What do you do?
I woke up.
What time did you wake up?
Prayer and meditation right when I got up.
Okay.
Do you?
So I woke up about 7:30.
Is that a regular habit too?
It tries to be. So yeah, today I did well with it, and then I went to the gym,
Okay.
That's good.
and then
What kind of workout do you do?
just stretching.
Really?
Yep. And then I left the gym and went home, and then like there's a cleaning lady that comes to my apartment. And so she was there, and so that's always a little bit like you have to work around her.
Yeah.
It's annoying a little.
And she breaks a lot. She breaks a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like I just have to be understanding.
Yeah, that's hard.
So I had to take I had to be understanding. She broke some glass, and she broke something else. So
And you're like, I'll break your fucking jaw if you do that
well,
again.
there's a voice in my head. There's an angry Jiminy Cricket beating a fucking crowbar into his
Yeah.
hand that wants to say that.
Yeah. What else did she break? You said she broke something else.
She's broke some other stuff. She broke the microwave. She's broken the coffee thing. She's broken.
Christ.
Oh, she's broken a lot of stuff. But she has 3 children, and I know she tries hard, and it's like I just try to be understanding. So anyway, that happened. Oh, and then I was on the way here. I put up a tweet like they got a new lady that's working at the White House, right? Who's like the press secretary.
Uh-huh. Is there a new one right now?
So they got rid of the
Sarah
Sanders.
Sanders is
Sanders
gone.
is leaving out.
No, I love Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
I love her too, right?
She's fantastic.
I thought she was like resilient, like
She's great.
anybody that has to be a liaison between the press and
Yeah.
the president.
She's done
Yeah.
a great job, I thought.
So I put up a tweet just saying like,
What?
thanks for your service and welcome to the new woman, right? Just because like I don't think of it as a political thing, but these women have been through hell. Like people made fun of that lady so much
Yeah.
that it was like I would never make fun of a woman that much. Like a lot of it was real mean, I thought. I don't care who they are. I don't care what political party they work for, but so anyway, people gave me some backlash about that.
Well, it was. I mean, there's like it was kind of crazy. The administration, the way they deal with the press is insane,
Right.
and totally unfounded.
Right.
So like, he doesn't hold regular press conferences. Then they stop doing daily briefings.
Yeah.
And then he just
It's freelance a little.
yeah, it's a little
Yeah.
freelance. And then like
off the
he like
rails.
blatantly lies about. I don't mean like in the political sense. Like
No, he lies.
He lied, and then she just is his mouthpiece. So she's associated with somebody who just
Yeah.
And then he'll only do interviews with like select few people. It's a very bizarre way to deal with the press.
Yes, I admit he's got a very bizarre way. I mean, everything's bizarre now.
Yeah, it's all
Wait,
bizarre.
but what was the reaction to your
Oh, yeah,
tweet?
to your
Did that
tweet.
upset you?
That upset people?
The reactions that people were giving you? What
Well,
did they say to you?
I didn't even go look through all the reactions. I just saw one and somebody said something, and it didn't really upset me. It just made me like, it's like if people who are like, oh, I support women, but they only support some women.
Right.
It's like women in certain instances they don't. Like I just think about, here's two women who probably have to go to work every day who have it's a pretty high esteemed job. And no matter who their administration is, these women are probably grateful to have the opportunity, you would think, just because they probably worked most of their life, maybe to get this position.
Right.
And sometimes it's just like people can be so mean to like some people, but it's okay not to, it's just
Yes,
like,
it's
and I don't
selective.
really draw those lines. For me, it's like, here's a woman who probably has to be resilient constantly. People make fun of the way that she looks, but then it's wrong to make fun of the way that somebody else looks.
Right.
It's like, I don't know, some of that stuff kind of makes me mad.
There's a lot of like hypocrisy to that.
Wait,
There's a lot of
you're saying
hypocrisy to it.
You're saying that it's not okay to make fun of women's looks, but it's okay to make fun of men's looks, and that's what bothers you, right? The double standard of that? Is that
No,
what
I
you're
think it's more fun to make fun of men's looks, for sure. I
For
think.
sure.
for
That's
sure.
definitely true.
Yeah, bro, it's so
That's
much more
definitely
fun.
true. And also, like, even when even like at times that I have made fun of women, I don't know if you feel it's like when you make fun of a way a woman's look, there's almost like a self like inflicted gauge that goes off in front of you that like pulls back because it feels like you're attacking some. They're physically smaller. It's just like
It's
something-
bullying almost. It's some
Yeah.
type of a bullying,
But with
yeah.
guys,
well, no, because you're
it's open
punching
season.
up. Okay, so
Yeah.
when you make fun of a man for his looks, you're punching up because historically men haven't been judged
Yeah.
on their looks. Women get judged on their looks.
That's true.
It's your currency, right? Just
Yes.
like for men, your currency is success and money. For us, it's our looks.
Yeah.
That's why.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Historically.
Historically,
So now we're
yes.
trying to
Yeah.
change
That's
all
true.
that.
Not here, yeah.
That's
true.
And it's
No, not
changing. I think it'll take a little more time for some of that to meld a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, something about that, like, like it just, I didn't like that. Like, it seemed like everybody, like a lot of like news, everything. That lady was fair game for some reason, and she was not the most beautiful lady, Sarah Sanders, but I felt like she, to make fun of that, but it's wrong to make fun of somebody else
You
online.
know who's beautiful?
Who's that?
Her father.
Who is it? Mike Huckabee?
Yeah. That's
Is
a
he?
good looking.
I don't know
Let's
much
bring
about
him
him.
up. Let's take a look at him.
Oh, he has a TV show, doesn't he?
He does have a TV show.
Does he?
And he also shreds on the guitar.
Does he?
He does. He shreds. That's fucking crazy to think, but he does. This guy is the former governor of Arkansas.
He's not as hot as you said he'd be.
Now
Wait
there's
a
the daughter.
minute.
See, there's the daughter.
Yeah, she's
Anyway,
fine.
she just reminded me of just like, I don't know.
She's smiling there. I've never seen her smile.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she goes into
you
the war room
imagine
every
into
day.
what
I know. It's horrible. It's a horrible gig.
So to me,
man.
she was like a resilient woman. She reminded me of my mom. My mom, my mom was very resilient, and this lady reminded me of her of that. But it's like you can't say something like that
So
without
you-
people then thinking that you are.
But the problem is that nobody is like when you say that. See, like even the way you explain it now, when you relate it to your mom, then I go like, oh, you're empathizing with this person on a different level.
Yeah.
Most people look at the press secretary, they don't care. I'm talking about any press secretary. They don't think of them as human beings.
Well, a little spicy, man. I put that little guy on the meat rack,
Yeah,
put that dude
man.
back on the Barbie, but they really grilled him hard too.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the woman, some of the stuff, I don't know. There was people that some of the jokes, for some reason, that just resonated with me different. You're
Yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? That's
You know what's going to put you in a good mood?
what?
This explosion video and the way
Let's
that
see
this-
one.
Yeah, this is
So it was just a series of weird events.
Now, Theo, do you laugh at violence?
No, I do not
This
actually.
is-
Interesting.
Not
Maybe
violent.
you're a normal human being
I'm
like
a-
I am.
This is not.
Well, your husband does?
Oh, well, we'll cue those up.
Look at him.
So
Jesus, he's a psychopath.
How many 7-year-olds are trapped inside of that man
Oh
right
my
there?
no!
Oh my
So-
God!
Oh my
You're like a
God.
slave ship for young 7-year-olds. Oh my God!
This right here, you know, we have the great benefit of having so many people send in clips and videos, and this is somebody's in their car and there's an explosion like at a plant, and this is just the clip of them noticing it, I guess.
Bro, what the fuck? I can feel the fucking heat. Bro, I can feel that shit. What the fuck is going on, my guy? Oh, hell no. My nigga, what? The fuck just happened?
Well, it's good to know that everybody can use the N-word again. That's one thing that's good to know.
Now, to be fair, if you're listening, that is a massive ball of fire. We're not talking about... That's some fucking 200 feet up in the air.
Gang.
It looks like a damn fucking hydrogen bomb went off.
Oh, that's that real shit right
That's
there.
real
boy.
shit,
That's that
dude.
get rid of your first wife right there shit.
Look at that shit,
dude.
man. That's crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I wonder how close you'd have to get to light a cigarette on it, you think?
Probably not that close.
Right there, dude.
Right
Yeah,
there
out
in
your
the car
window. I feel like but I know we make fun of those guys for how they sound, but that's how I sound when I see extraordinary shit.
You sound
I'm like,
that?
damn, fuck. Like, yeah. I don't say the N-word, but I do. But I sound as dumb as them, where you're like, dude,
You're like, oh,
fuck, dude.
These are also children. Also, these guys are probably 16.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true.
That's how I feel.
But yeah, when,
Fuck,
but
bro.
what's the reaction?
Drive into
Bro.
it. I drive into it and get that class action check. That's my shit, dude.
When
We used
you
to be in the class. I
see-
grew up in that class action belt.
Were you ever a part of a class action?
Oh yeah, I've been. in some.
Really?
Well, there was that
Really?
one against Elijah Schlesinger. Did you guys get that one in the mail? I even got that one.
No.
What?
There was some one with her and Ticketmaster or something that happened.
Really?
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, no.
There's a class action suit. Like,
There is,
against
and I could be
Ticketmaster?
misphrasing or something, but yeah, it's not. It's public knowledge. I
Sure.
mean, I got what in the mail. You know, you get those random ones like the hair dryers are killing people. I'll
Yeah,
sign up
yeah,
for
yeah.
that. You know,
Oh, I don't sign up for
What?
any of that.
R.I.P.
I don't wanna
Susan
be-
at the end of it. I'll put some shit like that.
No.
This is wild.
No.
Let's just take us to Eliza's shows.
Well, let's not call attention to it.
No,
for
class
her.
action suit. Like he said, it wouldn't be. Scroll down one more. Scroll down. Comedian sued. There you go.
No, that was a while
Oh,
ago. She
I
was
remember
doing
that.
a
Okay.
women-only show, and people felt.
Oh, it could have been Kurt
excluded.
Schlesinger maybe then.
Oh,
That's a different person.
Yeah, it could have been Kurt Schlesinger.
Sorry, Eliza.
Oh, he had those faulty
Not
ironing boards.
you.
Yeah.
Oh
This is
my God.
a Yiddish fellow with some fucking shady
Not
ironing boards
Eliza,
that popped.
guys. Not Eliza Schlesinger.
Not Eliza.
Oh my God.
Well, whatever, boy. I got that money,
you
son.
got that money?
Yeah.
God.
Holy shit!
So I got about, I think, $30 out of that.
So you
Oh,
signed
that's
up?
cool.
Yeah, I like to just be involved in the community.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
You know?
Who's it? Is this a
That's
guy in the
silly.
community? What is this? I don't know what this one is.
I can't believe I've never been here before.
Yeah.
Seen your mother had sex.
Mother had sex with who?
With me.
Man, my mother ain't never had no mother.
Is you crazy?
What is wrong with you, man?
Is you crazy? You gonna tell me I ain't never fucked your mother?
You never had sex with my mother.
You got to be out your goddamn mind.
That's
Jeez.
some shit to say.
That you never fucked your
Somebody
mom?
about their mom.
Dude, and first of all, both these guys sound like they might be black guys.
Maybe.
Okay?
It's
and I would
possible.
never, even if I was a black guy,
Yeah.
I would never say to another black guy,
Yeah, yeah,
I fucked your mom.
yeah. No,
I wouldn't say that to anybody.
I don't know. If I would
Right?
say I would say that is such a like you have no defense for whatever happens next.
Yeah,
If you
right.
go to anybody, to any guy, if you're like, I fucked your mom, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if it could be a fucking 4-foot Asian guy, and like, if he comes back with a fucking 12 gauge, you earned it, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? There's no defense.
But what if your mom wants to fuck?
That's different. I mean, she can
My
do her
mom
own
likes to
stuff.
fuck.
That's like
You know what I mean?
LeBron's mom, though. People always say that everybody used to date his mom.
Well, yeah, they used to say that that dude went crazy. You know, he went real crazy.
Yeah.
What was that? Was that guy? What was his name?
Dontrell Willis.
There was a D. You got the D right for sure. And he ended up, man. He ended up like schizo.
What?
Like, yeah.
Oh, dear.
It's really terrible. Do you know his name? Does Josh know his name?
Yeah, and I probably shouldn't have said that
Huh?
either. I might
Deontay West.
Deontay West,
yeah, yeah.
which is also now
Delonte West. That's right.
all, yeah.
Now, when your father passed away, you were 16, and did your mom date? Like, did you have to watch that whole madness?
Not really. She dated this guy that used to take us over to the Holiday Inn a lot of times. What else?
Did you like him?
He was okay, man. He had a cop car, which was pretty cool.
That's pretty dope.
He had like
Wait.
a used cop car.
Dude, you can buy those at auction.
That's what he got.
Yeah, my cousin Julie had one, remember? And they'd have the lights on there too.
Dude.
Yes.
That
yeah,
was
well,
pretty dope.
He would pull people over with the lights, and then we'd all be like, "Oh, we're just fucking with you
That's
now."
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
So
fun. It's a
that
good
was
time.
pretty fun.
I sat in one of the movie ones they use.
Yeah.
So they are exact. They're LAPD everything. Like
Oh,
all the
nice,
lights,
dude.
all the sirens,
Cage?
everything. Everything.
Yeah.
And like the only thing is like I guess the plate would be different.
Oh wow.
And so we were on this set like it was for Steve Burns' movie.
Mm.
And so he goes, it wasn't Steve, it was like one of the stunt people was like, dude, because I was in it, and I'm supposed to pull up to this thing, but that's further on to this location is like more inland.
Mm-hmm.
But I picked up I got into the vehicle by the main street, like by
What was it?
Well, I got into this Ford Explorer cop car.
Oh, they're nice.
And so and I went like, and he was like, just jumped on. He was like, if you happen to turn that shit on,
Mm-hmm.
and you're on a real street, and it affects anybody in any way, and they find out that a not police officer did that, they're like, this whole thing is done.
Yeah.
Like the production's shut down, they're gonna get sued. You're gonna get. I mean, they'd be like, I mean, I get it, right?
That's
But
nuts.
Dude, what's the future of cops, though? It's like, soon cops are just going to quit. They're like, well, no, I'm not being a cop anymore. You can't even arrest anybody. You
my
can't shoot
God.
anybody. You can't even tickle somebody.
I know. What a horrible job. It has
Yeah.
to be we were saying that the other day. Like, I would never be a cop, dude. You just deal with the scumbags of the earth.
Yeah.
Can't do fucking shit to them now. No, I know. Remember when they used to tase people in LA? Do you
Yeah.
remember that
because
shit, dude?
I guess the fun would
That
have
was
to
fun.
be tasing, cracking skulls, breaking legs.
But can you tase
but
anymore? They don't
You
have
can't.
tasers.
You can tickle that
Dude.
really hard. That's the only thing you can do.
You can tickle.
Which should be the first thing. It should be the first thing. You take a bad situation and make it great
it's
immediately.
hilarious. You're like,
And if you cuff ankles and wrists, and they're like, oh shit, and then you just start
Tickle 'em.
tickling.
it'll be
Oh my
so
God.
fun.
Dude, you remember we were talking about your
I did it.
your friend that remember we talked about your friend that killed somebody?
Yeah.
What are you talking
Dude,
about?
hold on. Without obviously no details, you don't do it.
Look how sad his face
No,
got.
wait a minute. Though. Tell again. What did he say about it? What?
Well, so you don't know this.
No.
Yeah. I have a friend who killed someone, and he said that it
Felt awesome.
was the most relaxing thing he's ever done.
What?
And I'll say this, man. I'm close with him, but not super close. But he's not the kind of guy that would lie about something like that.
Yeah, and by the way, I
No.
believe him. It's got to feel good.
Stop.
I believe it.
Wait, Theo.
I
how
think
did
it feels
he do
good.
It?
I believe it feels good.
Stop. Did
I believe that it feels good to tie somebody up and keep them in a room for a while because you have
No.
so much control.
no? Can I ask him questions? How did he kill the person that he killed? Did he kill his wife?
I don't want to give a lot of
Yeah,
of his information away because he's not here to do it. I would say.
Oh, he's not been to prison for this.
Oh, he's in prison, right? Probably.
Okay.
Maybe been to prison.
I'll say he did it. I'll try to give you a clue without saying too much.
Okay.
Indoors.
Indoors. Yeah.
And it was a woman that he killed. Can't say.
He doesn't want to say. It's
Indoors.
fine. But
I think that's fair.
let's talk about that good feeling.
He confessed it to you.
Yeah.
Uh,
People tell me stuff, man.
no, I know. And this is a good friend of yours.
Yeah, I would say out of maybe 100% friendship, I would probably say 68%.
Wow. and this doesn't change your opinion of him. Like you don't you want to continue the friendship.
Well, I feel like this is probably when he needs a friend the most, probably. So as much as I probably sometimes don't want to be his friend, it's like that's the easy way out.
When I get that. When you first heard it, like maybe from him, do you have like a visceral reaction to hearing that?
Oh yeah, hurt my feelings. Made me sad, not surprised. Also, he seemed like somebody when I was young that was going to kill somebody.
Just like a violent temper, or just like kind of standoffish and weird?
Violence.
Violence.
He liked violence. Did he laugh at violence, like violent videos and things like that? Did he watch a lot of murder shows on Netflix?
I mean,
what was his Netflix queue like?
we just watched two Wiggers chuckle to a fucking bombing somewhere in the Midwest.
I didn't choose that clip, by the way.
Yeah, how many people died in that explosion that you just laughed at?
But I mean, the commentary was great. You know?
That's true, man.
What about this video? Just react as you normally would. How
Okay.
how do you feel when you see this?
Ooh.
He's laughing too. You guys are both psychos. You guys are both animals. Look at you two. Unreal.
Oh my God.
This is crazy.
Good sense of humor. Check.
Guys. Wow.
Oh my God,
Wow.
bro.
This is crazy.
But who are you at the end there? Are you the guy who goes to help him, or are you the guy in the red
I'm this
shirt?
guy. I'm this guy. I was like, what happened?
The level of concern.
And then moments later, I walk away.
What happened?
That's me. Ready? And action. I gotta get a fucking sandwich.
Yeah. He's more annoyed that his day is ruined. He's like, oh, I gotta clean this fucking body up.
Best
now.
clip ever. This is our best clip ever. Oh, can we play?
That guy was a wimp, though.
Robert Paul. Yeah, because
Now
so
this is an all-time.
so can we reference? By the way, you showed us something that's being painted, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So you asked us when you have a really cool thing happening at your new place, painting this mural of everybody in podcasting, and whoever did it was kind enough when they painted us to have the head of somebody, and you're like, I don't know who this is.
Yeah.
This is who they painted with us.
Oh, yeah, we got this man's head, I guess.
Yeah, this guy right here.
Black guys who love to fuck and fuck good. If you're a hot black guy and you want to fuck me at $23.95, if you want to move in, you can move in, but you gotta fuck me. I need to be fucked a lot, man. Get free food, free rent, and everything else, man. Here's the deal, man. Men from jail, homeless, or you're a thug, you want to come move in, your friend can move in with you too, man. Free rent, you get a lease and a key. Fuck me. Piss on me, beat me. I'm home there now. You see me, you want to come over today and try it out, man.
I know because I'm listening to a podcast.
Man, I'm looking for hardcore guys. I mean it, want to do it, and I want to deliver it. I'm a hot white trash. Come, don't let's fuck.
Jesus.
That-
Is
How does
English
that-
his second language or first language? you think?
language.
It is?
How does that make you feel when you watch that video?
It makes me feel sad, really. Because the guy's probably not doing that great, you know?
No, we checked on him.
No, we know
We actually
him.
found him.
We're friends with him now.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gave me a doll and some necklaces, and he's doing well.
Yeah.
Like
He's got a new
doing,
iPhone now.
he
and-
does?
Yeah.
Like, what else is he doing besides, like,
He,
obviously somebody took him to
Rip.
Best Buy one day, but what else is going on with him?
He's designing some costumes, some
Yes.
dolls. He has antiques. He has some alcohol. He
He has an Instagram following now.
Oh, wow.
He does his stories live.
I cannot believe that's whose head that is. Yeah, because we're getting this thing drawn on the walls, this mural, and there's a guy's head on a plate.
yeah.
And I didn't know who it was. I'm like, who is that? And people try to explain it to me, and it sounds really, oh, that's not a real thing.
Yeah.
And then, and that's him.
That's him, bro.
I got to listen to this podcast.
Friend
more,
Well,
the
tell
man.
me what's that? Because I don't know something. Why is it the Rat King? Why is that a thing?
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like I got that wrong at the beginning. It says here,
Yeah, you did, actually. Would you call it rodent
boss
buddy or
I-
something?
I said boss.
Yeah.
Rodent Buddy.
I thought-
like
I mean,
rat,
I-
I
it
like
wasn't-
Rat Buddy.
I didn't-
mean, that's
Okay.
The Rat,
Rat
Buddy's
Buddy's
good.
pretty
so
good.
wait, what is
Yeah,
it from?
Christina's right. Rat Buddy is pretty good.
I like a buddy. Right? It's
What is
friendly.
what is that from?
Everyone's buddy.
Yeah, Rat Buddy. And what's it from? It's
Yeah.
from. Oh, I don't know. I think Brendan one time I told him that he looked like he got stung by a bunch of bees, and he told me I look like like my hair looks like a rat.
Oh.
And so then
It just came from like a jab, like a friendly jab.
it just became like a little bit of like an alter ego. And then, I won the TFATK belt 2 years in a row.
From, what is that from?
What's that?
It's like people vote on it. It's like fan voting or something.
TFA.
Fighter and the Kid.
The Fighter and the Kid.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
So their podcast, I mean, I didn't, I won it, but it's like people voted on it. So
Like best guest or something?
yeah, best guess, and I beat Chris D'Elia both times.
Wow.
That's gotta feel good.
Which
Does
was
that feel
tough.
good?
And the first time, like I came out of just, he was already like a real, a real wizard,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, it felt pretty good.
Yeah.
It was nice.
And
it
then you
was
got
really
it
cool.
another time. You got it second year in a row.
Yeah, and then Rappaport kind of made fun of me one time, so I had to drop him in his place one time and put on the whole Rat King regalia.
Gotcha.
And then a Rat King is just like, it's like bottom feeders. They like, a Rat King is like a group of rats that tie their tails together so that they can better take care of themselves.
Okay.
So it's like kind of like, just bottom of the barrel, man.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, that's
know what I
cool.
think you
though.
would
That's
like?
kind of a neat.
Other horrible.
yeah, it's kind of where I'm at. It's just kind of, I resonate with those people
I like
a little
that
bit.
though. That's like, because I'm all about celebrating. Like I love people that have hard knock stories. Like
Yeah.
we love championing the underdog. So that's kind of fucking dope. And then what's gang?
Gang just
Because I
means
see that everywhere. I was at the airport and some guy right behind me was wearing gang, and I was
He
like,
was?
oh, I know that's Theo's.
Yeah, a lot of white people say it when they are visiting black people in prison a lot of times, or vice versa.
What?
It's like a people say it in prison.
Gang,
There's-
gang.
Yeah, there's like
Gang,
a
gang.
white girl saying gang to a bunch of
I
prisoners.
mean, I've heard a lot of rap
Hilarious.
songs and shit too.
What does
Yeah.
it mean?
It just means like
this is their
gang
crew.
gang.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
oh,
like
that's silly. Oh, that's fun.
teammates, buddies.
Yeah.
It means buddies.
Buddies.
Like
oh,
rap-
like
like
rap
rap
buddies.
buddies.
Yeah, like rap buddies, gang,
Love it.
man.
Also,
yeah,
don't forget, I
I
wrote
love
this
it.
down that earlier you said
Buddies.
numbers know what they're doing. I just wanted to give you that.
I believe that.
Yeah, I
Numbers
believe it
do
too.
know.
But it's a good quote.
No, I'm glad you told me again. It's so funny you were talking about what you were just talking about, Christine. What did my buddy say last night?
Yeah.
About underdogs or about my buddy Dustin Poirier. He's a fighter. He fights in the UFC stuff, and he's fighting like a big scary guy from I don't fucking know where. Some guy who's like basically the guy's been like training like in the dark and stuff.
Jesus. Does
Yeah,
that
like
help?
kind of a scary guy. I don't know. The guy would probably test positive for like ape blood or something,
Wow.
But he said yesterday, he goes, I was thinking we have a special gift being underdogs. We can push ourselves to the limit and find out what we are made of because we don't have the comfort of knowing a safety net will catch us if we fall. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
It just how just because only people like you're saying that have like a that come from somewhere, like if you don't come from anywhere, then you never even get that opportunity in life, to like not have that thing behind you that's like safe,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Well, especially being a comedian, I don't think you can get into stand-up thinking that you have a safety net. You got to go
You don't.
balls
wow.
in.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
I get no safety net.
There were definitely some moments like, fuck yeah, what am I going to be now? Like do like
That's
art?
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but
that's what I mean. Like,
but-
especially
but-
now, what can we do after this? Like, we're
But I mean, on your way,
your
on
digital footprint's crazy.
on
at
your
this
way
point.
up, like even on your way when you're really grinding, I mean, you don't have a safety net, right? I mean, if you're like if
No
you're
way.
fucking 30 and you're like, I haven't done shit for a decade in the real world, like except for sling jokes, and you're getting $1,200, for fucking
Yeah.
10 shows, and you're like, I mean, you're definitely there's not really a safety net unless you're somebody who like somebody's supporting to do that, but most of
Yeah.
the time.
I guess I always felt like I had a little, like maybe I was going to do, I don't know. It's funny. I guess maybe in part of my head I always felt like maybe I would be a chef or do, I don't know, trucking or something. I don't even know.
I can
Really?
totally see you being a truck driver.
I thought you were going to say chef.
A chef, a traveling
I could
chef.
see you as a chef.
Yeah, I could do
But
traveling
I
chef.
feel like I see you. Yeah.
Pull up, get the knives out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see with knives. I would believe right now
could
if
see
you were
being a
like, I have a
driver.
collection of crazy knives. I'd be like, totally get that.
What's wrong
Yeah.
with being
Yeah.
a driver?
Nothing wrong with being a driver.
Oh, driving's good. I love, yeah.
We have a lot of drivers that listen.
Yeah,
a lot of drivers. A lot
lots.
of drivers listen to podcasts.
But then
A lot.
your left side of your face gets tanner than your right.
Oh,
That's I think what
yeah.
happens. You have to put sunblock on just this side of your.
That's,
That's
true.
crazy.
I know.
Do
I've
you
seen
know-
pictures of it.
Do you know who this guy is, by the way? So this guy's been doing this series of videos.
Is this Banksy?
I wish.
Do you remember his name? Is it was it
Superhuman with two M's.
with two M's?
Oh,
yeah.
gang, bro.
And he's super down. He makes videos just like this. For people listening, he's standing on his back porch, and there's always a setup of something a few steps beneath him. In this case, we see folding chairs. Go ahead and play this.
This is Supreme Teacher today be jumping up to thumbtacks. Still cheer.
Thumbtacks.
This
He's
is
French?
Juggalo
Yep.
It
and
sounds-
Juggalo. Still trying this at home. I hope you like it. Whoop whoop.
Thumbtacks. He's gonna. He
yeah.
takes his shirt off every video.
This guy should be on
Shit.
TikTok.
Yep.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Dude, he needs to
And
go
then
on
he's-
TikTok with this act.
That's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt.
This is Supreme
No,
Teacher today.
I don't like it.
Ooh,
This
wait,
is
hold on.
for
It builds.
Juggalos and
It
Juggalos.
builds.
Still trying this at home. I
What's
hope
he
you
jumping
like
onto this time?
Bricks.
Just bricks. Okay.
Fuck this shit.
Oh!
Oh my gosh.
What's this one?
I don't like it.
This is thumbtacks and cut up soda cans.
Oh my
you can-
god.
This is Supreme
You can
Teacher
scroll
today
to
be
just
jumping
him
up to
jumping.
thumbtacks.
Yeah.
He can't jump that high.
Ooh, those are. Yeah, that's
Trying
gonna.
this at home. I hope you like it.
Look at his jump. Look at the actual jump.
Yeah.
Fuck this shit.
Oh, but that one sucked for sure.
That was effective.
Yeah. He's really.
And what, he's like an outdoorsman?
I think that's a generous way of describing him. But yeah, he just puts those up and he's got them
Well,
jumping
thanks for
onto-
sharing. That was really good. I'm happier
You
to
guys are
know that.
crazy.
Like,
This is what you guys
terrible.
do.
That was
Yeah.
terrible.
Where do you get the videos from?
They just send
People
them in.
send 'em in.
They just send them in.
Oh my God.
Hundreds of videos.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Everybody's just crying on my podcast.
Really?
This is
Really?
insane. Yeah.
Really?
All right.
Gosh.
Well, it was.
Well,
thanks for coming by, man.
Yeah, man.
Finally.
This is great. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Wait.
What?
we got
I'm
a
happy.
couple more clips to show.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
What do we
okay.
have?
What do we got?
I mean, we're having him on here to kind of talk about this Theogate stuff, right?
Oh, right. I totally forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
Theogate.
Yeah.
Invitation only.
No.
Invitation only.
Well,
And you're here.
and I'm here.
Yeah, you're here. So
You made
for people that don't know,
Yeah, people that don't know.
a few months ago, it started with. I feel like one of the origins of it was Shab coming on the podcast.
Look at that jacket.
Look at his face.
Oh, it started before Shab.
It did?
Did it?
No, but like he was the origin of like it ramping up.
Oh, yeah.
Like he was the one. Like when he came on is when I called you. Like shortly thereafter.
Right.
I didn't realize how ridiculous that jacket was until now. With the paint spot, it looks like he was painting his deck, and then he came in.
Yeah, and
It's silly.
yeah.
Such
It's
a
a silly
weird
jacket.
He has such a weird looking face.
No, he's handsome. You don't think he's handsome?
I mean,
Oh, he's handsome.
he's
Yeah,
handsome,
he's
but
a
he's
good-looking
also
guy.
like ambiguously ethnic. Like I don't know what's going on.
It's
Very-
upsetting that you can't identify it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like kind of like Aladdin meets Rocky.
Totally. Aladdin meets Rocky, 100%. But anyway, sorry. Go ahead. So you're saying that the Theogate controversy started around this
I feel like this is
clip.
the origin of it.
And was it a big deal?
When he came on?
Yeah. Or
No, I'm saying this was the. So what happened was he came on and he goes, Theo thinks you don't like him,
right.
Yeah.
and then we were like, that's
Just
silly.
That was true.
But why is that true?
Why?
I don't know. I just think, I felt, I don't know. I just felt like, I think there was some point where I felt like you guys didn't like me,
Was
But
there-
I've always had like
that's
I've always
silly.
had. I mean, we didn't know each other like really well. But
Right.
I've always had like good, friendly
Yeah.
interactions with you. I mean, I can remember. I'm pretty good at remembering conversations. I can remember like specific conversations, even dating back like a dozen years with you.
Jesus Christ,
Like,
really? Maybe
yeah.
I thought you were somebody else then.
I mean, I mean, I like we
Maybe.
Because I don't remember talking to you till like about maybe a year ago.
No, you talked to me outside the Melrose Improv about 12 years ago, and you asked me a question about writing. And I talked to you outside of there about writing stand-up. Like, you were already a stand-up, so was I, but
Wow.
we talked about it. And then I definitely didn't see you for a long time.
Yeah.
Then I saw you shortly after your special came out, and I talked to you upstairs in the belly room, and you asked me, like, what to expect with, like, a special coming out.
Oh, I remember that.
And we had, like, a normal, nice conversation, like, where I was, we just talked about it.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I wouldn't see you again for, how this, like,
Year.
Yeah, you don't see people
Yeah.
even like at the people think at the Comedy Store. There's people you can go to the Comedy Store for 6 months and not see somebody you
Yeah.
know because
Yeah.
of just different
You
nights.
can be in
and
the same
travels.
lineup and not see
Yeah.
people.
Yeah,
for
it's true,
months.
huh?
But then I saw you. Then I saw you again backstage at the main room, and I told you I was like I had asked somebody like whose car is that? I love cars, and it told me it was your car. I was like, that's a nice car you got, and like we talked about.
Oh, it must
that.
not have been mine then.
It was a nice 4 Series.
It was. Oh yeah, I had that 4 Series
See?
for a while. I
See?
hated that, but
What's
thank
You
a
you.
hated that?
series?
Is that BMW?
BMW. It
You,
just
you got rid of it?
yeah, it just hurt my back. I couldn't do it.
What'd you get?
I'm Ubering now.
You just Uber?
Yeah.
So, but what my point is,
Wow,
that,
you have a
like-
good memory. See, what's for me is I don't my memory doesn't really tabulate things like that. It won't tabulate sometimes history.
Yeah.
So then I'll get in these spaces where it's like, oh, I've barely ever even talked to Tom, or I haven't seen somebody in a long time. So then my
Yeah.
brain will start to tell me sometimes, oh, these people don't like you.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, that's
But
silly.
the reason like that affected me when he said it because I was like, that's a silly thing to say. Like when Brendan said that, I was
Yeah.
like, and I called you. I called
Right.
you thereafter, and I was like, we talked about like some business stuff, and then I was like, I'd love to have you on the podcast, and we have to draw it out.
Yeah.
Like, we gotta make it a.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
well, in Brendan's defense, and I'm sorry, Christina, but
No,
in
no.
Brendan's defense, but he goes, I'm going on Tom and Christina's podcast, or Christina and Tom's, and he did say
Well,
your
Christina
name
and
first.
yes, always, yeah.
And I
I
said, oh, I don't
replied.
think they like me. Because also, I guess, yeah, you guys had never invited me on. I don't know. But also, when I think about it, I'd never invited you on my podcast.
Right.
Well, there
and
you
also,
go.
can I make another point? When we talked that first time, this to me is the only thing that I thought was like kind of silly about the whole thing is hold on. The only thing I thought was silly about the whole thing was somebody's thinking that it's like I think I told you this, that it's weird. Like I always thought without this taking place, you would be on like at some point, like that it naturally happens. Like I thought it's not weird I've known comics 15 years who haven't been on the podcast. You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
plus we didn't have guests for
2,
years,
3 years.
because we
Wow.
did the show
No
out of our
guests.
home, and for a long time we just didn't have
but
guests.
like more to that point, it's like Kanane, let's say.
Oh,
right?
we just
I-
had him
I did.
for the first time.
100 shows with him starting out. We taped our half hours together. We've done lunch, dinner together, and like he came on 2 months ago for the first time.
Wow.
So I mean, to me, it's like I'm like that's not.
It works out when it works
It
out.
just kind of happens. Yeah.
And you, I mean, I've known you since the 90s.
Yeah.
I mean, we both did Road Rules a season apart, and I remember coming to Mexico.
And
That's the
meeting
first
each
time
other?
I met you in the 90s. And I remember because you had a Chihuahua, a little dog. Do you remember that little doggy you had?
Somebody must have lent me it.
Are you serious? And I
Oh,
was,
yeah,
I
because
remember.
I've never had a small animal like that. I mean, I've had a lot of smaller animals, but nothing that
You
size.
did have a Chihuahua, and I remember I was like, "He's not letting me pet the dog because the dog was real skittish." And you're like, "Don't pet this dog."
Oh,
it's
I've never had
skittish."
that, so that wasn't even me. But
That wasn't you.
What?
it couldn't have been. I've never had a mid-range animal like that. I've had
No,
smaller
I
animals, and I've had
remember.
larger.
But maybe it was just like on the Winnebago. Maybe it was somebody else's dog, and you were holding it. Or
I
maybe
probably wouldn't even hold an animal like that.
Jesus.
Wow, that's
'Cause I used to be very scared of
You know what?
dogs.
that's completely.
Another-
But I was upset because you wouldn't let me pet the dog. I
Oh,
wanted to
yeah.
hold your Chihuahua.
Well,
and
it
you
wasn't
wouldn't let
me.
me.
I would have
This-
let you.
this-
No, it was. I'm not crazy. And then
I am not. I would know if I held a dog.
This is
Oh
another
my
layer.
I
of
cannot
Theo Gate.
believe this.
Well, let's get into. I mean, I'm
All
not. I'm not a Christina denier. I'm just saying that I don't. I know that I never held a Chihuahua probably in my entire life. I have threatened owners of them.
What are
I
you
don't
talking?
like a lot of the women that have them sometimes and are
my-
lonely.
I was distinctly upset
So-
because
In
you wouldn't
Theo's-
let me hold the dog.
In Theo's defense.
I didn't do that.
In Theo's
Oh.
defense. Could it have been a woman with a similar haircut?
Probably. But my
Probably.
point being, over the years we've seen each other.
Oh, we've seen each other a couple times, but yeah, I think you
Yeah.
got. I think I just felt like, yeah, I don't know.
No,
Maybe
but
I
we
saw
always-
Tom a couple times. Maybe Tom started to get successful, and I thought then I would see him, and it seemed like maybe some of that story was already building in my head. I mean, sometimes stories will build in my head,
All of us have that happen.
right?
Yeah.
And I don't really. But for me, I don't think of like that. My brain doesn't also say, oh, but hey, remember you talk to Tom here, and you talk to him here, and you talk to him here. You know, my brain will like try to forget. It won't do it on purpose, but it'll do it on accident. So
I
again,
also am guilty of this in that I, you know, like I feel like loose and comfortable here. I, you know, a lot of times at stand-up shows, I just kind of get like tunnel vision and thoughts.
Right.
I'm thinking about like my set, and even though I've been doing this, you know, 17, almost 18 years, I'm not like super loose and like, what's up, man? You know what I mean? Like I get into my head about my set.
Let's get into the footage here, because don't we have some things to go through with Theo Gate? This is ridiculous.
But that's what I'm saying. Is like I'm not like it might come across at a show like I'm not being, you know.
You're not social because you're working.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times comics get in their heads and you're nervous, or maybe you're thinking about other stuff, and you know, it may come across as rude.
Well,
especially he's not a good personality. Sometimes he does come across rude.
I could see the limited personality a little bit, but I felt like and then
not friendly.
Yeah, or just not like. You know, he's kind of he's the second guy to, you know, he'll meet you at a handshake, but he ain't gonna start one.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
And I don't say that to be mean, and I don't even know if that's true.
Okay.
Wow.
But what I will say is, I think, some of it I probably let build up in my head a little bit. And I didn't have any ill will. I just thought, for some reason they don't like me.
I definitely started our handshake today. Go ahead and play this clip.
And that is true. I will say you did do that.
So this is when Brendan asked about Theo, and then people called out an edit.
Right. Oh, right. So this was part of the drama of Theo Gate. They're like, oh, you edited out shit that you said.
Oh, boy.
What happened was, this is the clip, right? What happened was he followed that up with a question about ATC. We were on the ATC network. We ended up leaving, and it wasn't anything dramatic. Like, it sounds like it's dramatic. It wasn't. That's Al Madrigal, Bill Burr. I love those guys. They're great. We just started producing our own content here. Well, when he asked me about it, I'm like, it feels like a business conversation that I maybe shouldn't air. That's why we did edit that out.
Yeah.
Okay?
We're going to edit this stuff out?
No, we'll leave it
Oh,
in.
really?
It's fine.
All right.
Yeah,
I had
it's
another
fine.
question.
Oh, wow. You guys look so young there, huh?
I know it's the
you left all
lighting.
things comedy, right?
See, so he asked me about that, and we cut that out.
Okay.
So that's part of. So for people listening or who don't know, this fueled, like you don't want, because they associated that edit out of like we're talking about you.
Oh, I see.
You understand?
I see.
Yeah,
because I started hearing about it. I don't even know when I started hearing about Theo Gate, but I was like, oh, these people, you know, something's wild here.
And then the next thing was that. Was this? Oh.
Oh yeah, this is the playful.
This is the one we did. This I sent you. I said.
Now, but at this point, we've had conversations.
Yeah, we're talking to you at this point.
Right, you and I were talking. And I remember I donated blood one time because somebody said you weren't doing well. And I remember feeling bad about that. Or feeling like, well, here I am at odds with a man that is not doing well.
And you donated blood?
Well, I think it was around. This was probably around the time I was donating. I was donating a lot of blood actually, and I remember one time going in there and thinking like, man, if I'm living my life like this while other people are being sick, then what the fuck am I doing? You know?
Yeah, that's
nice.
That is actually really, really remarkable of you.
Yeah.
This was a purposeful edit we did where I cannot believe how dumb some people are.
No, this one's different.
Is this the?
This is just you calling him.
Right. Okay.
Right.
On the shop would probably do it.
Oh, he'd be great.
Yeah, but like it's like you do it with like Callan, or he's got that other show with the mouse guy.
Dig.
That hit me.
That did not hit you.
That hit me. The mouse guy.
Wow.
The mouse guy.
I thought I had it right.
Did you really?
No. Of course not.
No, I thought it was really, really funny. It was very sweet. I thought. I was like, oh, he has children. He must be feeling better. You know, that's what I thought. He must be getting better if he's making cool jokes.
Okay, and there's this one.
I hate Louisiana, and it's not because I love you.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
I'm going to tell you.
No, you're not. I know who you would be if you were. You'd be. Who's Bert Kreischer's friend, the comedian?
You gotta be fucking shitting me.
Tom Segura. And I couldn't remember your name there.
Tom Segura. For real?
Yeah. I couldn't remember your name. And we actually, the funny thing is we have different people's names on the wall so I don't forget them. And yours had fallen off the wall.
And that's probably going to be on a Reddit somewhere because you unconsciously wanted that to happen.
Do you have the screen grab of the
right?
Just so that people
Conspiracy.
know. I think
people are like, oh, he did it on purpose. That's crazy.
No. So here's this. Yeah, yeah.
Because I did not do that on purpose, dude. That was accident.
You don't have it?
Okay.
Sorry, what are you pulling up?
The mouse guy.
Whatever, mouse
The screen grab.
guys.
Yeah.
It's okay.
No, it's not okay.
Well, you're right. It isn't, but it's also okay.
Oh,
Jesus. Oh yeah. This is when I on Garth Brooks thing. We always like have people message put things in Garth Brooks.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah. Tons of it. To the point now where there's an article written about it this week.
What?
There's an
Oh
article
my
written about why do people keep asking Garth where the bodies are buried?
Stop it.
And they cite our show.
Are you being serious?
I swear to you, yes.
Wow.
So because all of our
the simulation is
That's
real,
great.
guys. We've
all of our
created
fans
a reality.
great.
go there.
This is crazy.
That one, for if you're listening, it was me on Garth's page writing, "Are you gonna have Theo on the show?"
Hilarious.
Now we're crossing shows and genres.
So now this one is
Yeah.
the H3
This is
edit that
this
we
is
did
the edit.
intentionally.
Oh
this
yeah.
is funny.
So the setup for this, just so it's clear, is like I think I sent you this, but
Yeah.
so I told Ethan and Hila, ask me about like the Theo beef, and then we'll do a deliberate cut.
Okay.
So just
that-
the audience is aware, we did a deliberate edit.
Yeah,
so
no,
that
we'll-
you guys
we're
could.
No,
gonna.
yeah, we have the unedited.
This is
version.
the
Oh,
unedited.
okay.
So this
but
is the edit as it went up.
this
on
is
YouTube.
what we're saying. Yeah.
Okay.
Or Teddy.
Teddy is real sweet.
Teddy's
Theo.
cute. Theo's
Theo.
cool.
Theo's
Oh,
good.
Theo.
Wait.
We named our first dog that. Theo.
Yeah.
Now it's FIFO. We changed it in light of the Cosby scandal.
Wait, hold on. I want to ask you guys about Theo Vaughn because there's like a whole beef with you guys there, isn't
I
it?
love Ethan.
So that one went up, and then people were like, "There it is!" Like they
Smoking gun.
yeah, and I was like, "Do you really fucking think that it would be that egregious of an edit?"
And there was also now people were saying that that Christina and I may have had relations or something, or we might have fathered a child or something.
Yeah, right.
And I never did anything like that, bro. I want to let you know that, and you.
We didn't hook up?
No.
Well, I have to tell you that because I had heard initially of just Theo gay. Like, Theo is whatever. He's not on the show because you guys don't like him. And then the dog told me later that we had an affair. And I was like,
Yeah, and
partially,
we didn't, bruh. We
no,
didn't.
we did not. But I was so honored. Part of me was like, wow, like I'm scandalous now.
Yeah.
Like I've been with the same guy for a million years.
Well, look.
It's exciting to think that I had a tryst.
Okay.
At some point.
Yeah, and me too. And I'm not trying to say that I shouldn't have said anything, but I don't. I don't even know y'all's children. I don't even know what they look like.
Well,
Are they good?
They're very cute. They look like my sweet lamb husband.
There you
So
go.
this is the text, right?
yeah. This is me texting with Theo. I go, I call you the mouse guy on this thing, and you can just see that we're laughing, and then he says I'm gonna do a call-in thing. So we started like texting each other this stuff, right?
Yes.
Right.
Then he told me, he sent me this one. He goes, you wrote to me, it's a screen grab of Shab's post, and you wrote, don't say anything, because he posted he was doing a show, and then you wrote, wow, not invited? Okay, Tom Sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So people would then like tag
And then I
me.
deleted that. Yeah, some things I would say and also delete them.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Yeah. It was
So
fun.
then, yeah, it
Double
was pretty wild, man.
scandal.
And
Oh yeah, then
Oh,
I did
that's
this one.
cute. Look at that.
It's Shab with his son.
hilarious.
And I wrote, "Is that Theo?"
That was good.
Dude, but here's the thing. Like, to me, it's like it's so clearly like comedians making like it feels like fun. If you showed that to somebody, they'd be like, "It's just people joking around."
Yeah.
People took this shit seriously, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
People took it really seriously.
On Garth Brooks.
So freaking great.
It's the best thing I've ever seen, man.
You got
I didn't know that was going on.
Well, it really is a testament to your fans because they were coming after the comments.
Oh,
on
they
our
were adamant.
Instagram posts and
adamant.
everything. I was like, woof, we
Did
gotta.
you see?
No, they're not. They're just like, what's up with Theogate? Tell us the truth.
Curious.
You guys have an
Curious.
affair. Blah
Did
blah
you
blah.
know?
I'm
Did you
like,
see the
all right.
troll job I did on what guests you want to have?
Yeah.
Oh,
At the
yes.
height of people bugging me about having you on, I just started post. I was like, "Hey, who do you guys want us to have on the show?"
Yeah.
And then
This
I
one
did,
got them fired up.
Yeah, this got people real fired up.
But your
Hey,
fans love
thanks,
you.
Indianapolis. That was a lot of fun. Just sitting here before we depart for St. Louis, and I was just wondering
If there are any guests you would like us to invite on the podcast, please let us know. We're booking out the next couple months right now, and we'd just love to hear from you guys. Just any suggestions,
But then
anyone you have in mind.
the follow-up got
we'll
people
reach out.
so much angrier.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm backstage at the stiff one here in St. Louis. Thanks for the response to the question about who you want to see on the podcast. We heard you loud and clear. We're sending out invites to the most requested guests: Nicole Byer, Norm MacDonald, Anthony Jeselnik, Hannibal Burris. So they're all getting invites. We hope they come on. We're excited about it.
I had people just going like, "Fuck you!" Like, they were so angry. They were so angry.
Oh my God!
It was so fun.
You were just really mad. I mean, and I tried to help out as much as I could. I would say stuff here and there. I put a video in some guy's phone in Australia.
I saw that.
We saw that one, yeah.
That ended up on Reddit. That was pretty.
You seen this?
That people got into.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. So wait, a lot of us. What's another comedian who's bailed from over here?
Just Tom Sugar, man.
Damn, fucking Tom Sugaroo, huh? Tom Sugar, too good for the fucking kangaroos, huh? Dang, son, I'll fucking put on what I'll do, I'll just gain about 40 pounds and fucking get my wife to do half my job. And then, it'll be easy, man.
My first thought when I saw
dare
this,
you.
I was like, Theo's a nice guy. Because I was like, to only say we're separated by 40 pounds. He's a sweet guy. That was really my first thought. I was like, if you're going to be a dick, you'd be like, I got to gain fucking 80. You know what I
That's
mean?
true.
40 is
No,
like a
40's
reasonable
doable.
number. Like, you can get through 40 pounds
40's
in a
reasonable.
diet. What do you weigh, by the way?
I think I weigh 178 pounds.
Yeah,
Oh
there's
my
a lot more
God.
than 40 pounds between
Yeah.
us.
I think I weigh more than you.
Yeah. Yep.
You don't. You look great.
I'm fucking fat. So is this next clip, is this the smoking gun? Oh
Wait,
my
what?
God.
What's a smoking gun?
The smoking, this is the one that everybody thinks that Theo and I had an affair.
What's
Tom,
this?
You didn't see this video yet, Tom?
What is this?
Start off with Christina Pajitsky. Hi. That is a fascinating last name. What is the best pronunciation of your name you've ever heard? Oh,
Ever heard? Someone's totally abandoned. Oh,
What the
Pavitsky,
fuck is this?
Which is actually another comedian in LA, Esther Pavitsky.
Okay, no relation. I'm assuming.
No, of course not.
Wait, are we going to watch the whole fucking interview? This is so boring.
So,
I can't. Oh, there it
pretty
is.
much
There it
you're no holds
is.
barred when you do your comedy.
And
You go
I
wherever
don't-
You go whatever. So is it
Yeah.
hard
Oh, I don't even remember that.
on TV and be TV queen?
No, not at all. I mean, I was on Chelsea lately.
And I never looked at her chest or anything, Tom, if you look
You just
at
have
me.
to know what medium you're working.
Please don't play my boring interview. So is this the first time you've seen that, Tom?
What is going on?
Yeah, look, I didn't. That's me.
Look at that. Look at that.
Wait, let's see the hand. What's that all about? What is that all about?
That's a church. Something you do at church, even.
All right,
That's
I'll tell you
normal.
something. I'll tell you what happened. Now, Theo, you came clean and you said that you felt that we didn't like you.
Right.
Now, this, I remember, how long ago was this? What do you remember even what
This was
year it
in West Palm Beach.
Right, but how many, I don't know
Probably
what
9 years ago.
Okay, so.
Or 7.
Yeah, so anyway, we were last minute put together to co-headline that weekend, and I thought that you didn't like me. because I remember like we take turns headlining, and I was in the green room, and I don't know, maybe you were joking, I'm sure you were, but you were like, I don't like it when women don't act like ladies. Do you remember this conversation? You're like, back where I'm from, girls don't act like you do on stage. And I was like,
really? I said that?
Yeah. And I don't know, maybe we were, a little drinky drink. I don't know. And so I was like, oh, he doesn't like me. And I think what I was doing there is like a lame attempt at like, well, he doesn't fucking like me, I'm going to annoy him. Because watching that now, that's something, I mean, I knew I was being taped. Obviously, I was married to Tom. I'd been with him for a million years. Never.
You guys were married
at
at that point?
Oh, I think so. We
I
got
didn't know
married in
that.
2008. Anyways, I think that's what I was trying to do. And also because we were on the
You
same...
didn't seem like a married person.
Oh, stop it. We were on the same show together. I think people assume that because you've done Road Rules that we're all part of a sorority.
You
and
do
that
look
we should all be
annoyed.
BF. Oh, he hates me.
I was probably
Look how
annoyed.
much he hates my
Well,
guts.
that's how
why
I
did
look
it.
also.
Yeah. But you look extra annoyed.
Look at anything that hates
Yeah.
me, and look at my face. I'm
Yeah.
so happy to look how annoyed he is. Yeah,
Actually,
you
this
fucking
is-
hate me.
This right here, if you don't move this looks like a screen grab of what she's describing.
Yeah.
It looks like she's like, look how fun it is to annoy this guy.
And I was totally into annoying you because I thought like, oh, he fucking hates my act. You don't think I'm
do you
funny?
think that was? Do you think that does that ring true at all?
Does
though?
that? Do you remember that?
No, it doesn't ring. I mean, it does. I don't remember. I can't imagine I would ever say anything like that. That's crazy if I would say something like that. But no, I remember we co-headlined. I remember we took turns going before or after each other on the shows. And I mean, that's all I really remember about it. And if I did say that to you, I'm sorry, you know.
course. I mean,
'Cause that would
that's-
probably hurt your feelings for sure.
Of course. But again, like I was like, that's weird. Like I think it was, I don't know. Who the fuck knows? But I
Yeah.
just know I was trying to be immature and ridiculous, and that's what happened here.
Yeah.
But no, I
nice you
adore
finally fucking
you.
see this thing.
No, but I've seen you since then over the years, and you've been nothing but nice to me and gracious, and
Yeah, the same. I don't know why. Maybe I thought, maybe I felt like you didn't. I don't know. I don't know where some of the, if I ever had any animosity. I thought maybe, you didn't like me, and then that's why Tom didn't like me.
Oh,
and so there was just, but obviously a lot of that was in my own head.
I think it was.
Maybe in
I think it really
all of
was.
us in our own heads,
Yeah.
because we have nothing but love.
Yeah,
for-
same. And
for
I'm
the
sorry if I
racking.
ever said something that hurt you, made you guys feel, like that I didn't.
Oh my gosh.
That I was being rude or something. Or, I don't know, man. I mean, sometimes, even my actions aren't even what I want them to be,
Of course.
It's I'm glad you came. I really am. Thank you for
Yeah,
coming.
me
It
too.
was
No, I'm
fun.
glad I came too.
Could finally put an end to all the scandal.
Wow.
Will you accept this shirt?
Oh, yeah, I'll take that shirt.
All
man.
right.
Invitation
In the
only.
fold.
That's awesome, man.
To
You have to come
celebrate.
back now.
To celebrate. Oh, by the way,
I'll come back
everybody.
as soon as we get
You got
another
to come back,
scandal.
and you got to come on
Yeah,
Dr.
after-
Drew's show.
He
You
wants
got
to have you on. Sickler wants to have you on the Honeydew.
and when you have a
It'd
kid,
be great if
come
you
on
came
my
on
show.
those shows. Yeah.
I love those guys. And you have to have a kid to come on your show?
We have
Yeah.
to be a parent.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and that shirt is now available in our store. It's the invitation only shirt. Thank you for coming. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you guys,
Yeah,
man.
thanks. I'm glad we cleared the air.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Feels
me
better
too.
now, right?
Yeah,
I
I
want to get
think
it right.
it
It's
does
the
feel
rat
better.
collector. It's the pest control. What is a hamster queen? I don't know what it is.
You're close on the last one, man.
Yeah.
I think, it's just anything that kind of covers rodentia.
Yeah.
Rodentia.
If you need me,
that a word?
I'll be down
Aren't
there if you need me.
Are there banana rats in Louisiana?
We don't have those. We have a lot of nutrias.
Nutria, that's
Nutria.
right. The nutria looks like a banana rat.
They're nasty.
Yeah, similar.
Yeah.
And we also, anything rodentia.
Yeah. Well, go Tigers.
Gang, bro.
So, yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that you wore that, too.
Gang,
Yeah, man,
gang.
this is
Gang, gang.
man.
Buzz, Brendan Shaw. We got to come back on with Brendan
Yes,
sometime.
That
do
would be
that.
And put him to the grill because
Yeah.
that guy started all the shit.
Yes,
Yes.
he did.
You bring your girlfriend next time. And
Yeah.
Brendan.
I will.
And then let's fucking do that. I would love to have the two of you here together.
Yeah, dude.
And the more letters you took off his name, the less manly he gets, too. Brenda, Bren,
Yeah.
Bren.
And
Bree.
You know that I teased him the first time. I was like, "Oh, we're here with Brendan Schwab, the son of Charles Schwab," and then I didn't know that actually was something that people were calling him. And they showed I saw a clip of one of his early fights in the UFC, And like the winner by decision is Brendan Schwab. Like they didn't even say his name correctly on the. No, it's terrible. But you see him going like, "Fucking guy, I can't even say my name right."
Oh
Man.
my God.
Yeah, it's I love that guy.
Oh, he's a sweetheart, man. He never stops fighting, man. That's for dang sure.
Yeah, he's our neighbor now, you know.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh my
I know.
God.
He's gonna come over soon with the kiddos.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
With
wow.
the kiddo.
huh?
He's got another one on the way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. They're fucking by his place.
Lots of fucking,
Lots
bro.
of fucking. You should get in there. You know.
I know.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of seed out of my nuts and see what I can do with it, huh?
See what you can do, man.
See
all
what
right.
God wants, brother.
We thank you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
Yay, Thanks for
We'll see you
coming.
guys next time.
Next time, bring shoppers.
I'll bring you invitational.
Bitch on me, beat me. Bitch on me, beat me. Oh yeah, bitch on me, beat me. 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 Oh yeah, bitch on me, beat me. 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 Oh yeah, bitch on me, beat me. 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 Oh yeah, bitch on me, beat me. Bitch on me, beat me.
Guys who love to fuck and fuck good.
Are around 2 million now on all the platforms, and
yeah, very, very funny.
No, it's true. It's true. When you combine the Instagram, the Twitter, the
Why don't you make Christina do all this?
she signed up already. I'm asking you now because you're a legend.
But I'm not as famous.
When I put
Because I
that,
fart.
listen to me.
You're
When
basically
I
out of me because I fart.
I don't even know when this is real. Kalala, how often do you have to talk Bobby off of a ledge, like
Every
a show
day.
business ledge?
every day,
Every day.
How do you do it though? What do you do?
I start with with Jersey Mike's way, or an Italian regular sandwich.
Yep.
After that, I actually practice a lot of tough love with him because he's somebody who, he's an addict, so he's very good at how do I say? Not manipulating, but bargaining. And he's very talented at debating and all of that stuff. So I'm actually pretty rough with him when I need to talk him off the ledge.
So, for instance, I imagine he's going through Instagram and he sees that somebody got something that he wanted, a movie role or a booking. And I imagine that's how the spiral begins. Like, oh my God, I can't believe so-and-so has the thing that I wanted.
So I start off by being nice. I think you're equally as talented. There's just a lane for everybody. I start off doing that, reasonable stuff.
Right.
And then it slowly graduates into, don't be a pussy-ass bitch. Get out there then.
Okay, stop.
Like,
stop. Everyone stop.
And he knows that, and we get into fights about it.
I don't want to say okay. Here's the thing, okay? The reason why I'm like that, okay, it's not because I have low self-esteem. Is I genuinely feel, and I've never said this out loud before.
Okay.
I genuinely feel that I'm the funniest one.
I believe that.
I do. That's why the depression and me comparing myself kicked in, because I truly believe I'm probably not. I'm not at all. I'm sure there's a billion Asian dudes way funnier than me, but I believe I am.
Right.
Right.
As you should, by the way. As you should.
But you are 100%. I agree with you. But
I agree too.
I agree
with that, I also will add that you are the laziest of the bunch.
There we go.
So it's a really
Yeah, there we go.
Now, if you know that that's the
Nope.
issue,
Nope.
you're not going to change that.
No. I'll tell you why. No. I'll tell you why.
Sure.
Yeah.
I thought about why I do it, comedy and all that stuff, and it boils down to a long time ago. I guess when I started doing stand-up, I thought, if I can just do this and make this amount, I could be happy, right? And so, I don't even know what my point was.
Well, I asked you. Well, the question was, if you know that
She's
it's
saying,
laziness,
yeah,
that's the
why wouldn't
issue.
that-
Oh, yeah.
That's in your control, and that's in your control.
Yeah. So here's the thing: is the whole
You're
reason
gonna
why
break our mic
I'm sorry.
arm.
I'm sorry. What?
I'm going to break your fucking arm if you break that.
Can I just finish my point?
Yeah.
Forget it.
No. Tell us.
No.
Come on.
So why aren't you? So why won't you
Yeah,
stop being
why won't you be
lazy?
stopping
If you
lazy?
know
Because
that's the problem.
went into comedy thinking I don't want to do anything, right? Like I don't want to show up and work anywhere.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I thought, oh, you could just go up and do the most an hour a night. Right? And so the reason why I did comedy in the first place is so I didn't have to work.
Right. So you don't want to start working
Yeah,
hard.
So in the last 20 years I've been doing it, I put zero effort, and look at I'm fine.
Yeah, no, everything's done.
Yes,
done very
you've done well.
Now, can I
Now
ask
could
you-
I have more?
Yes. Yeah. Now wait, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
There's more to this point. I'm not exaggerating when I say this. Okay. The person.
What's up, King? King of all three? Hey, man. Thanks for following, dog. Alright, now back to the podcast.
Who I am asked the most about. This is for real true. Who I'm out doing shows. I'm just the person who I get asked the most about of when will they do a special is you.
Okay.
So
Congratulations.
People.
Congratulations, Tom.
No, I'm saying people ask me about it.
I get it.
Do you have an answer for that?
No, I don't.
You're not going to do one?
Listen, dude. All right.
What?
I'm not gonna grovel for a special.
I'm not asking to
And
grovel. I just
these
said, are you
people
gonna
want me
do
to
one?
grovel, and I'm
Who
not gonna
has to-
grovel.
Why are you going to grovel?
When have you had to grovel?
What are you talking about? I'm asking, you're one of the funniest guys working.
I'm not gonna fuck with your arm, okay?
But you're.
I didn't touch it. Your arm. I need a different angle though, babe.
Are you gonna fart on me?
No. Oh, I was gonna face them.
You want the fart mic?
No, it's okay.
Wait. So when you, everybody just goes oh, I want to do.
But that's the business side of it too.
Yeah.
Some of that's out of your control.
You don't even want to do it.
Could be your management. It could be your agents aren't doing the right things.
I just want to say this is that I've made the call before.
Yeah.
I've had people call to make
Inquiries.
Inquiries.
Yeah.
Okay. And the feedback is always in the realm of no. So I don't know what else.
I don't feel like that's true.
How come? Can I ask you another question?
Yeah.
How come you don't see many Asian people with Down syndrome?
And now I'm going to answer it with the most racist thing, because you're setting me up to say something racist. And
Racist? Racist? It's scientific.
I'm going
It's
to
a
answer this
science
to you,
question,
right?
Bobby.
Sometimes you can't tell with Koreans.
You wanna fuck with my huh?
Okay? We have the same amount as you white people. It's just that sometimes you just can't tell. Okay? And if you wanted me to say that, you set me up, right? And so everyone listening right now, yeah, you know what you're doing.
Wait, what are you saying? You're saying
what I'm saying.
What
is,
kind of people?
I'm going to say something.
What kind of people?
What Koreans
are look like?
What?
They look like what?
Down syndrome people, right? So basically, here's how. This is what happened, right? She wants to say that.
I don't
She
wanna
wants to say
it.
that.
I don't
but,
want
but
to.
She can't. So
I don't wanna
she
say
has to
that.
ask me a question. So that I say it, and then she can go, there we go. You know what I mean?
No.
Fuck you and fuck you.
Hey, man. How
So
awful
paranoid,
do you feel
jeez.
like, in your head, how often...
I can't fucking believe this shit.
How often do you... Are all your thoughts basically white people are terrible?
Yeah.
Is that because I feel like that's kind of what's...
I feel like he's a white boy at heart. In fact, I know this because when I first went to his house, I was looking all over for a rice cooker. He's the only Asian that doesn't own a rice cooker, doesn't know how to cook rice. He doesn't even know the finger method. He is not Asian in that way.
But
That's
you're
it.
always going off about white people being
Well, yeah,
horrible.
it's a psychology 101 thing. He comes in here and tells us we're racist because that's what he's thinking about. He's the racist.
No, that's interesting.
Yeah, you come in because you're
That's
thinking about
really-
it. Where I wasn't thinking about that Bobby Lee's Asian today. We gotta Asian things
oh, yeah?
up. Koreans and that.
Oh.
You are completely retarded.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
You're right. I think by saying white people all the time, it seems a little 1990s.
You feel like...
Yeah, I do. So I'll make a new deal. I won't say it as much.
That white people are terrible?
Because at the end of the day, I grew up in America. I grew up in the suburbs.
Yeah.
In Poway, Green Valley.
Yeah.
I went to Painted Rock Elementary.
Painted Rock.
Yeah, I went to Twin Peaks Middle School. I went to Poway High. I had white friends, black friends, Mexicans, Filipino friends.
Who were your favorites of the group?
Well, my dad made me a list of races best to worst.
Really?
So, yeah. So I follow that.
You followed
Let's
that?
start at the bottom.
Well, 100?
Who's the worst?
Well,
I already know.
Well, the list only was 20. So
Okay, well
so
then-
the list was 20 from beginning.
Well, who do you want to hear? The
And,
worst
and I
or
would
the
say
best?
black people weren't even on the list. So they were like 50 or something.
I was going to say.
Right, yeah. They're not on it.
Old school Korean guy.
Yeah.
Sure.
Black people are not on this list, top 20.
Really?
He's like, what are you talking about?
It
Of
goes
course
number
they're not on the
one,
list.
Korean, obviously.
Yeah,
He's the
yeah.
best.
Right,
yeah.
even though they oppressed our country for 50 years and is Japanese. Second, right?
Right.
Yes.
The third one is, I'm not kidding you, probably snake. Like it goes drastic to from humans to number 3 snake.
To
and then
animals?
4, yeah, to animals, and then you'll go back to like Mexicans and stuff.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
hold on. Number 1, the Koreans. 2, the Japanese. 3, snakes.
Yeah, yeah.
4,
Mud people. I don't know. Maybe something broad like that.
and then where do white people fit in? Am I
Like
do we-
8th,
Eight? Okay.
7th.
Okay, that's not bad.
It's not
You're
bad, it's not
you're
bad.
definitely above Filipinos.
What?
Oh,
They're-
yeah.
They're not in the top 20.
The jungle Asians?
They're not in,
Mhm.
whoa, dude, I'm saying right now.
Yeah.
Have you said that before?
What?
Jungle Asians?
Have I said it before?
Yeah, on air. Just mark that. People go crazy over
No,
that.
they don't.
I
Not
had to
anymore.
apologize.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking
Dude,
about?
I had to apologize. Rogan had me say that Vietnamese. I was just talking,
Yeah.
and I said Vietnamese were jungle Asians,
Yeah.
right? And then the next thing I know, I had to get a publicist to apologize to Vietnamese news organizations.
Yeah, that's not going to happen
That's
to me.
not going to
An
happen.
article.
Yeah.
No, I feel
Yeah,
like
but
it's more like-
I'm not saying it like you're the. I'm saying your dad's list obviously would be like if you go Filipinos, your dad's gonna go jungle Asians.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's gonna put
Yeah.
all of them there. So
Yeah.
That's how I'm saying it.
Yeah,
And
but they love her, which
Who
is
do?
strange.
Who
My
does?
parents.
Why is that
Well,
strange?
who doesn't
Because she's
love
Filipino.
her?
Yeah, but she. I mean,
She's
you're,
great.
You're their son.
But
You're.
also, when I go to your house, I spend 5 days just being your handyman.
Yeah.
That's why they love me.
Oh, you're like.
Because my dad's sick.
Everything. I fix everything. I do everything. I do coffee runs. I'm.
My dad,
Kyla, what about you? Who takes care of you?
My sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a really good support
And she's
system.
here?
She lives in the she's actually the Van Nuys head nurse.
Oh.
The Van Nuys jail head nurse. She's a
Oh.
jail nurse. Yeah.
Wow.
So she sees the best types of people in LA.
And does she get along with Bobby?
She does. Yeah.
Does
she gets
think-
it.
she's like, oh, you always like these fat weirdos.
Yeah.
No, I'm the first.
No, you weren't the first.
I know, but I've seen your photos, dude. She
Is she like? Is
she
she like
fucked Australian Bane. I may name them.
Oh, really?
There's a guy named Australian Bane.
Uh huh.
So it's Tom Hardy, but Australian.
So it ended up like a bunch of male models.
Right, he's just a thick ass, right? A Spanish professional soccer player.
Oh wow!
What the fuck is that fact? Oh.
Yeah.
I can't. What did I say? I didn't. You.
What did you say?
Did I say anything bad just now?
You didn't. You.
No. Not at all.
I was gonna say
It sounded fine.
an F word.
You little faggot.
Yeah, that. Can we just? Am I in trouble for that right now?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, our listeners are real social justice warriors.
I remember that that
Lot of
Spanish
SJWs.
player when I first started
Spanish
dating
player?
you,
Yeah, yeah.
and I first started posting pictures of us together. He didn't speak English that well,
Right.
but he must have mustered up all the English he knew to ask me like if I was mentally okay. If I
Wow.
Yeah, and then
remember I showed you that.
right. That's why I don't like the fucking
Yeah.
fucker. And then here's another thing, right? She was telling.
Xavi Alonso.
Yeah. And then what did he say about me on like Instagram or something? He said something like, "Is he the guy on Hangover or something?"
Oh yeah, I think maybe.
Yeah, you know, he did say that. He thought I was Dr. Ken Jeong to shame me a little bit more.
I gotta ask you about the Korean actor off mic. You gotta tell us who this is.
Yeah, now you're really bothering me
Yeah.
that I don't know who it is.
It's not. He's not on that list. He's like a level below. Like, if you see C.E. Lewis and all these Stephen Yeun and stuff,
Yeah.
I don't want you to Google the list again though, because I don't want my feelings hurt.
Yeah. What hurts your feelings about the list?
Well, I just feel like, you know, here's what it is. If you Google top 100 Korean actors or comedians in
Don't do
Hollywood,
it.
right?
They don't.
Don't do that. But I'm just saying,
You're
if
gonna
I'm
hurt
not
his
on that
feelings.
list,
He's gonna be upset.
you get a feeling of like,
Yeah.
oh, what did I, you know?
Yeah.
Like, this is the first year I'm going to Montreal.
You're going?
Yeah, I've
That's
never
great.
been.
What are you doing? Just your own show?
No, I'm hosting a couple of dirty shows.
Yeah.
And I'm doing a couple of like television.
And you've never
spots.
been? Dude, you're gonna have so much fun.
But that's my point.
Are you going?
She is gonna go.
You're gonna have a good time.
But
You're
that's
gonna
my
have a really good
point. And my point is that, and I don't want to sound like I'm complaining, but I never get invited to do the cool thing. You know what I mean? Like there's movements, and then you always feel like you missed the boat on that. Hello?
Yeah.
Are you guys listening?
I am listening.
I just think, can I tell you something? I'll tell you, here's what I've learned over the years. You're right. There are movements, and then there's also agents and managers in the business side of things that you don't even know about. And all that shit is just puppeteering on the backside. I promise you.
I know what it is because I know, and I've always said that what's happening at club level or street level when it comes to comedy isn't necessarily what the business is happening in Hollywood.
No.
Right?
No,
They're
never.
not privy to what is really going on. So then you have these middlemen, like agents and stuff, who they embellish their client or whatever to make them feel.
See,
So,
there
yeah.
you go. So you can't take that stuff personally, right? When you know it's like a business that makes no sense, there's no rhyme or reason.
Yeah,
you
you're
stick
like-
around long
you're
enough,
trying to find-
eventually it works. Kind
You're
of.
trying to look rationally at something
Yeah,
that's totally irrational.
it's not out of your. It's not in your control. It's out of your control.
But without Tiger Belly,
Yeah.
I don't know what would have happened.
With
It just in general. Because
Really?
I think that my podcast, Tiger Belly, kind of reinvented my career.
Dude, it's
Isn't that
huge.
wonderful?
It's such a good podcast, and it's so
but
funny.
it's one of those things where I never thought that I could ever do. Or
Really?
Even thought, yeah, it's her. It's all her.
Oh.
She's the one that did it.
I just set up the mics. I didn't do anything.
Yeah, but I would have never done it.
Are you amazed, like when you think back to just setting up the mics, to what you got, like the following, and you
Yeah.
see? Aren't you kind of amazed?
Yeah, I think that. But I wasn't surprised by how many people latched on to Bobby just
course.
because he had done any podcast that I'd heard him on prior to that was just the greatest thing I'd ever heard. So I
Yeah.
knew that once I put a mic in front of him, and I knew it had to be at home because he wouldn't show up otherwise. So it had to be 6 steps away from his bed.
Yep.
And
the Slept King, man.
yeah, and he had been talking about doing a podcast with somebody else for a really, really long time.
Eric Griffin.
And they just never got it together.
Nope.
And I was like, well, the only solution is if we put a mic next to his bed.
Yeah.
And so I set that up.
It's been fruitful, but here's the thing: it's like I used to do the road and dread it. I used to dread the road because the people that would come out to see me were a mixed bag. It was like some people that knew me from Chelsea lately, some Mad TV. I mean, there was just like a different variety of things. But what Tiger Belly did is funnel it right into a specific. This is my real fan base.
And they know you and they love you for everything that you are, not just an Asian caricature
that word
they've seen
inquiry.
on.
Inquiry. If I mess up on inquiry, I don't fear messing up a word like that because they just know that I just don't know much.
Yeah, it's wonderful. The podcasting audience is so different. They know everything about you and they love you despite it. And they show up and they have such a good time. I know. It's like it's a miracle, isn't it?
It's you can it's like I'm not kidding you. I was on a show for 2 years. It got canceled. And maybe 1 or 2 times somebody came out to me out of the blue and said, I love you on Splitting Up Together.
Yeah.
Tiger Belly, it's 20 times a day.
Of course. Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, yeah. The reach is amazing.
So, yeah.
Let me ask you, did you, I heard, I saw something about Andy Dick being on your guys' podcast. Was that
Yeah,
a
it's a shit
wild?
show.
It was a shit show?
Yeah.
What happened?
It's not a shit show, babe.
It was a shit show. We
don't
talked
say-
about
don't
it
say-
on our
yeah.
podcast. It was a shit
It was
show.
a good show, good show.
He wants to protect feelings. I was really disturbed that night, and
Really?
I hated that whole experience. I do
Oh.
love Andy a lot, though. I think he's a really kind man who's probably just wasn't doing well that day. But
It just he showed up unpredictable and
yeah, with another person who I felt
you
like
didn't
was an enabler, and he showed up. Then 12 people showed up in our house, and then people were in the bathroom doing whatever the fuck. And I have animals, and they're like my kids. I didn't like it.
It's when he said,
I don't want to be political and friendly. I don't want to do what you do, which is like everything was fine. It wasn't fine. It was a shit show.
I've never had a guest on my podcast say, hey, dude, I have 12 people coming out.
Oh, no.
12?
That just got here.
No, first he said I have a friend here, and
Yeah,
then when George went to go collect the friend, it was a whole
bunch
gaggle of people.
And they look like Deadpool's enemies.
And you've seen where we
Like-
live. It's a tiny,
Right.
tiny
Like,
space.
they look like
What do these
Eastern
people,
European
like-
gangsters.
they just
it's racist.
hung out in your in your apartment or your place.
Yeah.
Like
Like-
they're just
You know how small that place is.
But they're like, we're just gonna stand here in the kitchen while
Yeah,
you're
I
doing
don't know. And then
And
they
then
were
she
just going in
needed
and
the
out
door
of the
to be
bathroom.
open because she's like, I think they're going to steal stuff. So we were looking into the living room.
I didn't say they were going to steal stuff.
That's what
I
you
was
said.
worried about my
But-
animals.
yeah,
I have
of
cats.
And what did he say anything about like, hey, there's was he like, oh, I didn't know so many people were gonna be here?
I think he was just a little lost in the sauce that day.
He's Andy Dick is one of the funniest human beings on planet Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a case where if he would have just got gigantic like time together, sobriety time, that he could have really reinvented his career, right? But he keeps slipping back into.
And I think because of his,
Definitely.
he has
Yeah.
a really like gentle demeanor, so I think people exploit that a
They
lot.
take advantage of him.
because he really is a sweet man.
He's a sweet man, so funny.
Yeah, he's very funny.
Yeah, but we won't do that until he's sober again.
Yeah.
But it was hard.
That is our nightmare, is like ding dong, and we're just expecting one person and then 12 people show up. Like in general, that would make us crazy.
Same, because we're sort of recluses.
Yeah.
We're not really super social with a lot of people, and even doing the podcast is, he paces around in his underwear for an hour before people arrive because he's nervous. And the
Yeah.
higher the underwear, the more tucked in his shirt is
Yeah,
into
yeah.
his underwear, the more nervous he is. So when 12 people show up and they're
And then
looking
one of
like-
them was like, "Hey, I need some water."
Oh yeah, that's right.
I go, "Oh, I'm sorry, you're parched. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
In my house."
Asking, like demanding water.
Yeah. And of course, like an idiot, I get the good Fiji water.
Oh no.
Right? I get the cold, chilled Fiji water. I
Did you
give
ever
them the
think
whole
about
thing.
when that happened? Like, hey, you guys all got to go. Like, you can't be here.
We were in the middle of recording.
He's like,
so
"These
I
guys
was
are
looking
here?"
over like this, and we just sort of tried to not make a giant fuss about it because I just wanted it to be over with. I didn't want another commotion. Because I could have popped off. I would have been like, get the fuck out now. But the podcast would have been over.
Would have been over. And it's like, it's surprising how sometimes you'll have a guest that like you think this is gonna be easy, and it's difficult.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where I've had guests where I would turn to Kalila and go, I don't know what else. Because they don't add information.
Right.
They
It's
just
painful.
one
They're like,
word
"Yep,
answers.
that's true."
And then you're like, yeah. And so she's great at adding information.
Oh, yeah.
And
you guys are a great team.
But you guys are just, you inherently have to know how to do that, though, right?
Right.
Andy Dick is a guy that knows how to do it, but when he's partying, he's just not the same. He's not as bright. He's not as quick.
Sure.
And he also goes on these weird, like, kind of psychotic tangents about something,
He needs help, dude. It sounds like he's in
There's
a
a
bad
lot of
place.
there's a lot of comedians that need help.
Yeah.
Do you guys openly talk about guests you don't like, or do you just do it amongst each other?
We just do it amongst each other.
I say it out loud.
Yeah.
I loved him. I hated the guy sitting next to him.
Well, yeah.
Baby, don't say it.
Can I just say it? I've wanted to get it off my chest for so long.
No, he's the best. Hey,
Fuck was
Andy
that
and your
kid?
friend, you're welcome. Andy, just let it go.
Andy was good. Fuck that other kid.
Kalila, what was the kid's name?
I think his name was Paris Dillon, and he kept crying about how his name was
Paris Dillon,
was
you're
the
a talent.
exact same as a porn star, and he was like, she stole my name because that's my real name, and his real name actually was like a French name, and he was like trying to start beef with this porn star, and I was like, shut the fuck, why are you even here?
Yeah. Very strange.
That was his name.
You know what else is strange? Our clip today, our opening clip, was of this guy, and he's in a bit of a beef with Dale, and we don't know what the origin of it is, but we want you to take a look and weigh
But
in.
before you do it, can I ask the question real quick before?
Yes.
Okay.
Japanese are number one. What's the question?
Okay, my question is this. We're seeing a video.
Yeah.
About what?
There's a guy.
It's
I didn't
not
listen to
an
anything you
Asian
said.
guy joke.
Right, and so do we comment? Is it this kind of show where we
Yeah.
comment?
Yeah.
Dude, you
Okay,
can
go
just,
ahead,
you can
go
say
ahead.
what
you
you
can just say whatever you want.
Okay,
I just want you to.
But do I have to say something?
No, I just want you to.
Say
What I'm
what's in
saying
your
is that
heart.
we watch this video and we go, hey, what's exactly happening here? And we just like when people weigh in with us. So this is the video, okay? Here you go.
6 weeks ago today, I tore the quadricep tendons on both my legs. And look at me. I'm walking down the street. I'm walking.
Now,
yes, indeed, I'm walking.
At this point, what you see is somebody that has obviously been in some type of horrific accident, and he's showing you that he is on his way to recovery, right?
Okay, keep going.
Okay, so this is where it turns.
So, how long did it take you to walk, Dale? Dale, boy, I'm talking to you. How long did your wife have to go without sex after your car accident? Because I'm walking. I'm ready to walk to North Carolina and fuck your wife.
I mean,
Nice little button on that.
It's quite a turn, though, right? He's like, I'm recovering. Look at me. I'm walking. I want to fuck your wife, Dale. I mean, really, what did Dale do?
Do we know Dale?
We don't know Dale.
We don't know Dale.
the
And
story.
it's not even done yet. Keep going.
Okay.
Look at me. I'm walking. There's my walker, Dale. Nice little stroll. 6 weeks after my accident, and I'm ready to fuck. Your little dick didn't work for fucking a year, faggot.
Whoa.
He got serious with Dale.
Yeah.
What did Dale do?
Dale's his brother.
You think so?
I think so.
Jesus.
Yeah.
He's going to fuck his brother's wife?
I feel like it's like the Mountain Hound kind of situation. You guys watch Game of Thrones?
No, they don't.
Well, why?
It's too late now.
I know, but why?
We tried twice, and I felt like it was Lord of the Rings times 10 and darker. I'm like, I can't do this.
I literally just started the pilot, and I was like, I saw a dragon. I was like, I'm out.
There's no dragon in the pilot.
All right, episode 2.
There's
no dragon. There's no dragon in the first fucking season.
I saw some shit with fire.
Yeah, but you know what? You're a fucking liar, dude.
That's true. It is true.
Right? You just looked at me and you lied right in my fucking face.
I did not. I swear.
I saw the pilot and I saw the dragon. I was like,
fucking
whatever.
lady with the white thing
There's no
on.
dragon
She
in
was
the
like,
beginning. You fuck.
And then it was like, brrr.
There's
And
no
then they were
bra.
like, oh fuck! What if the other
All right,
little fella
it's
doesn't
so
let us
fucking
live?
funny because you guys don't. Okay, so basically what you're
There's a
saying.
lot of LPs in that show too, right?
What's an LP mean?
Little person.
There's one.
I thought there was like 10 in the.
Oh, that's the most racist thing, sizest thing I've ever heard in my fucking life.
It's exhausting to act like they're gonna be regular people in a show. You know what I mean? It's like, give us. I get it. You're the court jester. You know, they put
you fuck
peanut butter in
you
your head.
son of a bitch.
But to fucking act like you're a regular actor and we're all gonna sign up for that shit.
I can't believe you're saying this out loud now to the little people out there.
What are you
This
talking
is
about?
his opinion, not Bobby Lee.
I
and
agree though.
Kalilah's
It's like
opinion.
it's like fat models too. Like they're regular models. They're not. They're fat models.
You know where you belong.
Yeah.
Do a fucking cartwheel. Get us something to drink.
Holy fuck, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's not true. You can be an accountant and you know how to count and all that stuff.
There's
Asians?
No.
No, midgets.
No. There's no.
We're talking about midgets, right?
I thought we were talking about Asians.
No, really?
And you're like, they can be count. I was like, yeah.
Oh. Anyway, why not? So you refuse to watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I mean, until they recast.
All right, can I say this? I will move on. I will move on from it. I'm going to say one thing, and then we'll move on. I'll never talk about it again. Okay.
Okay.
With the arm. God damn.
Yeah, it's. Here's the deal. Okay.
It's how he is at his show too, though. He's always like
I know his
moving it.
equipment's gonna get ruined.
Yeah. He's like,
Right?
Yeah.
That's you.
Okay.
Let me
That is it.
fucking
Do it.
say what I'm going to say.
Okay,
Do
say
Tom.
it,
Do
say it,
Tom.
say it.
Yeah.
You know?
It's
So here's the
100%
thing.
accurate.
Yeah.
And also we were gonna buy a house closer to where you live, but we didn't. We
Why?
didn't fall for your trap.
Trap.
It's way the fuck out there.
Well, don't
Dude,
say
you
where
could
we
have
live.
a big
I'm
house.
not gonna say. That's how I said that.
Big house, big yard.
I don't give a fuck. We got a
animals.
Studio City. We got a house.
Oh, you did get a house
We
there?
bought one. Yeah. We,
Okay.
You did.
It closed
Congrats.
last week. Yeah.
When do you move?
Hey.
We have the keys now. I'm gonna wait like 3
Yay,
weeks.
you guys. That's so exciting.
Tell me about the house. Describe the house. Come on, give us.
Well,
All right,
like
but
it.
I'm not gonna forget about this Game of Thrones rant I'm about to do.
Tell me the Game of Thrones rant, and then I'll ask you about the house.
Nobody watches that show.
Okay. You know, it's so silly. You guys play the silly games, huh?
What is it? What do you mean?
You're playing the dum-dums.
What are
all
you talking about?
What I'm saying is that, when
I love
Star
you
Wars,
so
in the late
much.
70s, when Star Wars was a big hit, and you ask somebody like, have you seen Star Wars? And they're like, no, I won't watch it. There's dragons in it. Right? You'd be like, did you see it? No, that's not what I'm into. It's a cultural event.
We
It's true.
tried.
That's
We
true.
You didn't try. It's a cultural event.
2 times
A
we
season.
tried. I tried twice to get
All
into
right,
it, and
it's
I was
okay.
so
It's all right.
fucking
It's fine.
bored.
It's fine.
There was
No,
fight.
you're
I
right.
couldn't do it.
I know I'm right.
I think it is a cultural event, and I think it is something that people should make an attempt. Like, if you're living in the current times, to be familiar with like the pop culture phenomena.
That's
of
why
that
I'm on
time.
TikTok. I'm curating the best videos. Are
I
you guys
see
on
those.
there?
Whoa.
Whoa. Can you do that? Hey, Julie.
I heard you bitches been looking for me.
Bitch, here I go. Okay, now, most importantly, I have a question for you, being that you are Asian, both of you.
Yeah.
Is it possible, is it even physically possible to get full eating sushi?
The way we eat it, yeah.
Now, okay, here's what I'm struggling with. So I've been sushi shamed. We both have many times.
So many times.
By both chefs and servers, where they're like, "That's too much food," and I'm being polite by not doing their accent. So they'll say like, "That's enough."
Just do the accent.
Yeah, too much.
Yeah. It just feels more organic that way.
So it's too much food. So
Yeah. Oh my God.
They've actually been like, "Don't order this amount," and I'm like, "All right," and then like, start like, "Are you still hungry?" Yeah.
Okay, I'll play you. I'll play you. You play the guy.
Okay.
Because I don't know what you're saying.
Okay.
Excuse me, Ching Chong. Hey.
Ching Chong. Nobody says that. Nobody.
Right.
Ching Chong.
There we go.
Ching Chong.
Yeah. Hey, Ching.
Ching chong, ching chong.
Should I get this number 3, the boat? You know what I mean? The boat with all the sushi on it?
How many friends come with you?
What did you even say?
He knows what I said.
Oh my God, that was the most racist thing I've ever heard. Oh my God, that was so racist. That was the most racist Asian accent I've ever heard in my life.
What are you talking
We gotta
about?
get out of here.
That was dead on.
Oh my God, that was fucking crazy
That was dead
good.
on.
Do it
So
again.
racist.
Do it again.
Yeah.
Say-
many friends come with you?
Oh my God. All right,
Okay.
so yeah, all right.
So
we did it.
So then a couple weeks ago, I go to one, and it's always now, I go, I'm always going to do this omakase and let the chef take me on a ride. If you go to a good place.
Yeah.
Right.
So I sat at the bar, so I took out my
What, you went to
buddy.
Sugarfish or something?
No, I went to a straight up
that's
the
bullshit.
best joint in town. I'll tell you off mic. So
Wait, why can't you tell me the sushi
I'm
restaurant
not
now?
trying to fucking ruin it.
All right, go.
So I go there. The guy fucking rides his bike to the fish market every morning at 2 a.m. He's a fucking, So he's like, telling me, giving me piece by piece, describing it, and then I'm like, it's delicious, and then he's like, full? I'm like, nope. You want more? I'm like, yeah, please. A couple more pieces. Still, I'm like, yeah, dude, I want like 40 more pieces. And then I feel
Never
like,
enough.
then we go out to dinner where we had a work dinner at another sushi place. It was another authentic Japanese place, and I start ordering off the menu, like 4 pieces of this, 6 of this, 4, because there's a group of us, and the lady's like, you should just do omakase and let because if you're gonna order this much, I'm like, oh, okay. Then we each get like 4 separate trays of 4, basic or less.
And not only that, it takes fucking
Yeah.
15 minutes in between each
plate.
round of
And then,
4 pieces
Then
of
she's
fish.
like, good night. And we're like, I thought that was the fucking warm up. Is so obvious. You say you go deep, you eat a lot, but is the etiquette, is like authentic sushi eating supposed to be just, here are some flavors, or is it supposed to be you can actually get full satisfied? You know what I mean? Is it like offensive literally to eat that much?
I think that maybe just in general, Japanese people don't eat like super large portions, but when we eat sushi, we don't go by the rules. We go to this place in Little Tokyo, and we sit there. And when we haven't had enough, the trick is start ordering hand rolls.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we tried that with Anne.
We started doing
But
that.
their hand rolls were weenie.
But
Oh,
do you,
really? They were
do you
just like
order what you want, or
bullshit.
you do
Maybe just go to
omakase?
Fuddruckers.
We do both.
Yeah.
So we do that, and then when we're done with that, we order more.
Oh, you do? Okay.
But they never give us a hard time. We walk out of there full, and I eat a lot of I
Don't
eat a lot.
answer any more of his questions about sushi.
Why?
It's fucking dumb.
What are you
Why is it
talking
dumb?
about?
Because I'll tell you why, right? Why can't you say this? Bye-bye, and they go, bye-bye. You go, I want another one to play. Why can't you order more?
No, I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, they don't let it order.
They've
feel
said no
ashamed.
to
They-
us.
they're
No,
so-
So you ordered. So
They
let me say
literally have
something.
said no.
So a guy,
Darn,
I'm
darn.
sorry.
yeah.
I just want to be clear, all right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
this is what happened.
Yeah. Salute. Who's that?
Do you want more? Yes, I do. No. Is that what happened?
Here's how it happened.
No.
Yeah.
Here's how it happened. And then I'll have another one of those, and it's too much. What? You ordered too much. And I go, I
No,
want
no,
it.
she
Yeah.
goes, you order too much food. It's too much food.
Too much.
And we're like, what?
Too much food.
She wouldn't bring it to us.
Then with the All-Star. No, I'm not.
No, it's in Redondo Beach. I will
Listen,
fucking give you the address.
Then the
Go try
All-Star,
it.
the All-Star chef I'm telling you about, the guy who's like unbelievable.
Yeah.
Literally, he's like, still hungry? And I go, yeah. And he'll go like, 5 minutes later, he's like, 2 pieces. And then I'll eat them, and he's like, still hungry? I'm like, yeah, man, you gave me 2 more bites.
Yeah.
And then he'll be like,
yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da, 1, 2. And I eat them, and he's like,
Did you
are
ever see
still
the
hungry?
Did you ever see the movie Eero Dreams of
Yes.
Sushi?
Yes.
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then, if you...
That's how he says good morning.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I saw it, too.
Okay, sorry.
So, anywho, you saw that movie.
Yes.
That you know it's an art, sushi.
Right.
Yes.
Right?
But we're in America.
Yeah, I understand that.
I like a lot of
All right, well, then go to fucking Fuddruckers.
They don't make
Where you
good
fat,
sushi.
you fat white people can go.
Wait,
There's
that's your
restaurants
favorite
for
place
you out
of
there.
all time.
I know. I'm not ashamed of it.
You like Fudd. That's
He
your
goes to
that's
Fuddruckers
my favorite.
once
Can I
a
go,
week.
place.
do you think I can go to Fuddruckers and be like, you guys got spicy tuna rolls?
No.
And
But
then they'll
maybe
be like,
that's not
sure.
for you, though.
I know.
There's some foods for
Would you
you.
go to this sushi place with me if I tell you it's as good as it gets?
Yes.
If
and will you go,
embarrass me,
you know
though,
what?
it's endgame.
How would
for
I
us.
embarrass you?
By asking dumb things.
What am I gonna ask?
Yeah.
What am I gonna ask?
Like, where's this fish from Michigan? I don't know what your questions
Is
would
it
be.
one of those?
I don't know why I said I don't know why I just that. I don't know why I said
Is it a fancy looking place?
No.
Because
He
the
doesn't know
place,
what
our
he's
favorite
talking
place is a hole in the wall,
This is
and
a
only
hole
like
in the
12
wall.
people
We
at
go
a
to
bar.
we go to
Yeah.
a place like Eero Dreams of Sushi where
Yeah.
That's
you
what
don't
this is. That's
Yeah.
what this is.
where they just make it.
Can't be on your phone. Can't add soy sauce
Dude, here's
to
the
certain
thing.
ones. Yeah.
This place, when you walk in, your first thought is like, I'm gonna get robbed. That's what you think when you walk in there. And then you're like, holy shit, this is a fucking dump, man.
Yeah.
Like orange wall. And then,
Roaches
you let
on the
him
floor.
serve you in this fucking dump, and every bite is more amazing than the last one.
Yeah.
And he's like, $400. You're like, what do you spend the money on, bro? Because it's not on decor. It's not on anything. I mean, it's like
No alcohol even.
he doesn't have.
Maybe the fish is so fresh.
It's super
Yeah,
fresh.
it's
It
probably
is.
Super fresh.
There's one they serve you alive, remember? And it like moves around in your mouth.
Have
Yeah.
you guys seen Old Boy?
Yeah.
Okay, you know
That's
when the octopus
Yeah.
Yeah,
has
yeah,
the thing on his face.
That's a great
Wait,
scene.
are you guys, by the way, are you gonna get married?
Okay,
We don't know.
Okay, what you're doing right now, I don't know what you're doing. You can't go from sushi to that, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's just go to this now. Let me ask you a question now.
The quick answer: I've never required it. I've never
love
really
her
had
so
great
much.
examples of marriage in my life.
Yeah.
So
What?
Yeah,
right
yeah.
here.
That's not.
I mean, true, but in like in my own family.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
So here's what I want.
It's a house full of lies.
Here's-
where you live, okay?
Here's what.
It's a house full of lies, and I get it. Let me say, I'm going to ask you a question real quick though, because I'm going through a problem. I need your advice.
Okay.
All right.
Are you being sincere? Or are you messing with me?
Fucking fuck, man.
What the fuck?
Fucking fuck.
What? I'm
What's
asking
wrong
if you're being
with you?
sincere.
Bro, I'm not. There's nothing wrong with me.
I'm asking if you're being sincere about.
Yeah, I'm always sincere. That's why when
Okay. All right. Okay.
I'm always
Take
sincere.
it
I'm a
easy.
sincere guy.
Take it easy. All right. Please tell me the question.
What exactly sincere mean? No, what exactly?
is it a real life question or
It
you
is.
just
So we bought a house. Okay, because I know you bought your house over there.
Yeah.
I didn't say it.
Okay.
Okay. Now we know. Okay, so we need to get a lot of fucking furniture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. What did you do? Did you buy all of it at once, or was it like a 3-year thing? Like here's an ottoman.
Can I
This
tell you,
month?
you want the real answer?
Yeah.
So I lived in so many places where you go like, the fuck? You just end up walking into rooms and you're like, oh, I'll take care of this. And then it's like a table and then one thing on, you see just blank walls. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. That we pulled the trigger and hired somebody, an interior designer, who comes and looks and basically consults with you on each room. Like, how about this? How about that? And you make choices. And the truth is, it took time to do all the so you'd have your prior, like, I need to get the living room and the kitchen done. But then over time, over a year.
It takes a year.
A year of like, and then how about this other room? Well, we'll get to that room like that.
Yeah.
So it took time.
Because it's really stressing me out.
But that's the thing
all.
is you need to put that stress onto somebody else. So
Yeah,
you
action.
hire someone.
And just do the primary rooms, your living room, your bedroom first.
Your kitchen. Yeah. Those are the
Kitchen.
3 rooms you need the most.
And then worry about...
Yeah, and then take your time with the other ones. If you have a guest room, like, dude, you can do that
Right.
a little bit later. How many rooms are in the house?
Just 3.
It's not a very big house.
It's a very big one. But what I loved about it is that when you walk in, there's like the first floor would be the lobby of the podcast, and then the podcast room.
Yep.
And then when you go upstairs, that's where the kitchen and the master is. So
Yep.
it's like it's separated. What I don't like about now is that people just go through my apartment.
Yeah, it's too personal.
That's
It's
horrible.
So personal, yeah.
I
That's
agree.
why we moved the studio.
One of the reasons
outside
we
of our
moved the
home.
studio
Yeah.
here.
We always go back and
But thank you for having us on.
Okay.
Are we ending this?
I'm
Guess
ending
so.
it. I'm just trying to figure out. I want to get certain things out because when I leave podcasts, I always go, I should have said that.
What do you want to say?
I love you both so much.
Wow.
I do. I'll tell you why. I didn't like you before.
Yeah.
I didn't know you before.
Right.
To Tom.
Yeah.
Like when I first, honestly, when I did Oddball, they go, I go, who's in it? They go, Sebastian. And then they go, Dan Cook. I go, who else? They go, Tom Segura. I'm like, what? You know, but then when I saw you perform and the nice gesture you did for me, I just know that this is going to be a lifelong friendship.
So when you heard I was on it, you went, what? That's what you're telling me? You're
Not like
what
that. No,
the
say it again.
fuck?
Ask me again.
So when you heard I was on, you were like,
What? I like that.
like, what am I doing on the lineup?
No, what is great?
It's okay.
Yeah,
You
that's
can
what
tell
it
me.
is.
You
Yeah.
can tell me.
That's what it is.
Clella, can I ask you a really dumb question? Yeah. Like, it's so stupid. You guys are probably going to think way less of me, but I feel like I have to. Do you ever, this is so dumb.
This is about his peener?
No, I have nightmares that I get tattoos. Like, I have nightmares. And then I can't get rid of it. Do you ever, like, go, like, oh, I wish I hadn't done that to my
All the time. I have
Really?
I have a tramp stamp on my back.
Me too. Me
that
too.
Yeah, that I got when I was 16, and I took the design off of wall.
Me too.
And I'm like, yeah, that dragon looks like something Angelina Jolie got.
Yeah.
Same here. Wait a minute.
And Bobby
What's
sprayed-
your
Bobby
tramp stamp's a dragon?
sprays your back. He
Mine
goes,
too. It looks like the Lowenbrow beer
I
symbol.
have to see it. I think mine too. I have to see yours.
Do we have the same tramp stamp?
Possibly. It's a very popular dragon.
In the 90s.
Well, you have a dragon too?
Early 2000s
Yes.
for the 2000 for me.
Dude, we might have the same tramp stamp.
Yes. In that case, I don't want it
I got
gone.
one right here.
Oh, no.
Oh, are you wearing a tampon? Is that a maxi pad?
No, it's his tag.
Oh my
When did you get that?
Well, what happened was,
What happened was,
I met Pauly Shore in 1996.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, come to Vegas with me. So when I went to Vegas with him, I opened for him at the Riviera.
How was it?
I only had 5 minutes of material.
Oh my God.
But Pauly had me open, and it was me, Wild Willie Parsons, and Pauly. But I went to walk by a tattoo parlor, and I saw a ladybug. So I want that ladybug on my butt cheek. I never had a tattoo. But then later, I sat on it, and it smeared, and then it looked like a dingleberry. It looked like a piece of poo that was like shooting out of my asshole at a certain angle. So for years, like women would say, yeah, I thought, that was a real piece of shit on your thing, on your ass. So then I put a star over it.
Really?
Yeah, because it's the embarrassment of people thinking that there was like a piece of little poo shooting out of my butthole. That's not a good look.
Did you ever shoot good loads? Because they seem like they're really disappointing
Like
now.
when you were a
Do you feel like when you
teenager.
were younger, did they have some distance to them?
Fuck her. Fuck you about the distance, babe.
It's
because
the
let me say this. Let me say this, okay? Let me say this.
And the
alright?
quantity, is it just a little dribble?
Yeah, but if
very
you,
thick. Very thick.
if you had a
Really?
microscope,
That means he's dehydrated. He's probably not drinking enough fluid.
Yeah.
if you put my cum in a microscope and you looked at my cum, I bet you money, it's more like my parents than me.
What do you mean?
In terms of work ethic.
You think
Like,
you're working hard?
yeah, I think I'm just a lazy guy, but my family, through generations, we're hardworking people.
Yeah.
So if you looked at my cum, they'd have like miner hats. You know what I mean? And they would be like, "We're ready to work," you know what I mean? But so don't think that my cum is weak.
Yeah.
It penetrated her shit.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. it
Anyway,
did.
are we good?
Yeah, I want to show you. So one day, when you really let those soldiers work and do their thing, if you're lucky, it will end in a beautiful birth.
Oh no, I hate these
water
videos.
births.
A natural water birth.
In a jacuzzi.
And it feels so good.
The chlorine.
And fucking Richard
I hate
Kaczynski will
these
be there
people.
in the tub with you. Can you imagine if you're just the neighbor and you don't know what's going on? You
Yeah.
don't know she's giving birth.
Yeah.
You're just hearing that. You're like,
You know
it's
what?
Really,
as
it's time to move.
As the only person in the room that's given birth twice,
Excuse me.
I'm offended.
You are?
No, I mean, really, guys.
I mostly hate him.
I hate all of these douchebags.
The way that he's just looking at
Look
her.
at his fucking soda on the
he's
side
like,
of
just
the
have
thing.
it already. Just have the baby. She looks like.
So good right now. What is that? Oh, I'm pushing, ladies. I'm pushing. What is that? Come on, mama. Push.
See, white people are fun, bro. White people are fun. That could be your next girl, you know what I mean? A nice white lady like that. Just like, let's have this baby in the tub.
Are we done with this clip?
Nashville.
I don't want
I want to be supportive of anyone's birthing process, but that's obnoxious.
No,
that
it's
particular one.
super lame. It doesn't have to be this crazy. It just doesn't. You know, there's hospitals, there's drugs.
Is there more? There is more? Oh, she's theatrical at this point.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. This is for the gram.
Recognizing that feeling.
Yeah, that right there really bothered
What
me.
an asshole.
That part
She's
did.
performing.
Yeah.
This shit is so painful. There's no way it's remotely positive. It's not. It's
I had a
just
good time
fucking
there.
hurt.
It's fine. Can I ask you, in this thing,
I
what's
hate them both.
We were just talking about selling panties. Is there an actual graphic? Oh no, is that my thing? I got you. I thought somebody actually had one on there. You ever think about selling your panties online, Bobby?
Oh, like worn panties?
I bet you could get some money.
You could get a premium for hers.
But I don't wear cute panties. I wear Granny 5000s.
You could probably still get
Does even more.
I like them just above my belly button.
Sell those.
I have my period panties all day. I love them.
Those would get even a higher upgrade price. Yeah, be like today was these are period panties and I was real farty today, and they'll be like $1,000. Yeah,
The dirtier and the nastier, the better.
yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
The more ratchet.
Yeah.
yeah. Just start an Instagram page called Kalila's Granny Panties, and you just put pictures up and you go DM me for customs.
Bobby's looking jealous. What's
What?
going on?
Give me a money idea. It's great.
I actually order the old lady Korean panties online.
Seriously?
Or the Filipino ones, the Soan ones.
Uh-huh.
They're really horrendous looking, but they're the best to wear.
What do you like best about they kind of hold you in?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't like lace. I don't like any
No.
of that. I like comfort.
I agree. I like full flavored cotton.
Yeah.
You know, breathable material. I even have the kind that catch a little bit of pee because every time I cough, I pee a little.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a neat thing. There's period panties. Have you tried those?
What are they? They're just panties that absorb.
You can bleed in them.
Oh, I can't do that.
I can't do it either.
Yeah.
It's a
Have
little
you ever
gnarly.
signed up for anything like that, by the way? I feel like you have a thing maybe where you're like, I used to sign up where people would send me their armpit trimmings or something.
You're
Or something like
nasty. You've signed up for like a panty subscription.
Nothing?
Soiled underwear.
It's so funny that you say things like this.
You
Why?
enjoy smells. You probably enjoy your own
Because
smells.
I'm probably the most Christian person you know.
Really?
Yeah. My foundation is Midwest, for sure.
Okay.
So whatever you're asking me right now, it's not. It's a house not built on sand.
But you look smelly. Like I feel
Fuck
like
it.
you're
Fuck
smelly.
it, though, right? Because I'm gonna say this. I spent how much money do I? I spend so much money on cologne.
You do?
Yeah, I go to Le Labo to get Santel 33.
You know what's really weird about his armpits? He doesn't naturally have any body odor.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
But he does. It's more of a scratch and sniff situation where if you
Hey,
were to
don't say
smell it
that.
directly, you'd smell nothing. But if you were to scratch
Don't
it,
scratch it. Who
the
scratches
amount
skin
of
like that?
smell that comes out.
How much smell?
A lot. It
Except-
smells like.
Yeah, if you scratch any living being, enough blood's gonna come out, and that's gonna smell.
No, blood doesn't smell like that,
Oh, it
like right
doesn't?
out
Oh,
the gate.
yeah.
No.
I don't know, doctor.
Do his balls smell bad? I think they would.
I just don't think he's a great wiper.
Yeah.
Wait, are you doused in cologne all the time?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what's
I just like smells.
He doesn't. He wants to smell like the future, so he always goes for scents that smell like a Greek church.
Yeah, I like.
Are they nice smells?
No,
not
I don't.
always.
It needs to be like. It's gonna be like, what smells so weird?
But
that's a better compliment than for me. Than
For you?
Yeah. Then
you
if
smell
somebody
great?
Says, somebody smells great. Yeah.
You
Like,
want
what
someone
is
to
that
go,
smell?
"What's
Yeah,
that
I'd
fucking
rather have
weird
that.
smell?"
Yeah.
Now, you don't want your lady to be like, that's a
I don't
nice
give a
smell."
fuck about her nose, but the thing
Oh,
is, that
wow.
I love her as a person though.
But you don't want her to be like, God, that smells good.
She already loves it.
So
She
you
already
just-
loves my pheromones. She
I don't
likes
have a
the smell.
choice.
Yeah.
But what's the cologne? Is it a expensive cologne?
Like dude, I'm telling you right now.
I don't know anything about cologne.
You ever heard of Le Labo?
I don't know what
The
that is.
Labo smells good. He goes to the Santa Maria Novella.
What's
I
that
go
mean?
there too.
What is that?
It's a cologne shop, and
Okay.
they have some really hardcore scents that smell just like wood burning. Like
Yeah.
what's burning? Oh, it's
Oh, I like
Bobby.
that.
Where is
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
That's neat.
There's
Or like-
one in Melrose.
There's one that's a Spanish.
Is this
church
like
one.
this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
like
yeah.
the cologne spot?
Los
him, yeah.
Lobos? What's it called?
That's not-
What's it called?
okay.
Sansa what?
Santa Maria Novella.
Or
Write it
no,
down.
or Le Labo. I think Le Labo is cool because Babe, why are you holding up my finger like this?
But I like the idea of like smelling like burning wood. Like
Yeah.
I love those smells more than
Yeah.
I do traditional.
Are those two different stores you named?
Yes.
Yes.
I want to go with you. Can I go with you?
Oh, I'd love to go to Le Labo with you. I'll buy you something too.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of fragrant things. They just
Uh-huh.
have they have things that smell like other things.
Okay.
So my friend Kelly Cole, he used to own a clothing store on Fairfax. One day he was walking to La Brea, and I smelled him, and I go, "Were you in a fire?" He goes, "No." You smell like you were in a fire. He goes, "Oh, Le Labo," and I went and got it. Yeah,
And you love it.
I love it.
That's cool.
But
Do
you know
like
what?
when
You
he
know why I
does that
stopped?
smell?
You know why I stopped though?
Why?
Because that little weasel, Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Tony Hinchcliffe?
Yeah, Hinchcliffe.
Yeah.
That fucker asked me. He went because I didn't think he could afford it, but then he afforded it. He could afford it, and he was smelling Le Labo, and then I stopped wearing it because I didn't want to smell like him.
Yeah, but Le Lavo's gotten very popular in the last 2 years. I'm not really into that anymore.
Did you like it when he smelled like that?
Yeah, I actually
That
do.
Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah.
If in a like a zombie apocalypse, you don't want him on your team.
No.
He's a kind of a guy that will stab you in the back.
Okay.
Whoa.
He'll steal your food.
Whoa.
Right.
Okay.
He's not good with rations.
Are you being serious?
What do you mean? Okay.
We can't just sit here and rag on. He's not here to defend himself.
I'm just kidding. I love him.
Oh, I thought you were being serious.
Jesus.
I love starting wars.
Let's do this.
Jesus.
Look at this. Check this out.
More?
This is at the grocery store. This is
Look at this.
She's just she's
Yo,
pissing.
this nasty motherfucker. What?
It's a girl?
Fuck you. Jesus Christ.
It's a girl?
Yeah.
She's actually pretty.
She just pissed all over the ground.
But she doesn't look like homeless.
No, but the eyes
She's
give
crazy.
away a lot.
she's
though.
the eyes.
Definitely
that-
crazy.
The eyes
But
give
this is
away a
what my
lot.
sister deals with every day of her life.
What do you? Oh, in
As a jail nurse, and she's the head nurse
Yeah.
there, she just gets fecal smearers doing art, and if they want different like color gradients in the art, they'll pick different parts of their poo to use as
Baby,
green.
tell them
and
what I've done.
yellow.
Tell them what I've done.
What have you done with poo?
Yeah.
You shit in the back seat, and I have to clean it. That
Not only
everyone
that,
knows
not only that, but
What?
at work, what I used to do,
What?
at Mad TV.
Wait, you've done all kinds of shit art. What are you?
Wait,
when
you
I
said
shit,
you
when I
shit in
shit
the-
in Dick Lasucci. Oh, that's
Oh yeah, but you shit in people's property. That's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
what
yeah,
you
yeah.
do.
Wait, what? What? You shit in the back seat of your car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't want to actually crawl out of the car because he said that would be too embarrassing. So he decided that the back seat was adequate. And my friend Jenna and I had to clean it
This guy's Mr. Missionary.
What
in
is
bed,
going
the guy that
on?
shits in the back seat of the car.
What is going on?
I also pooed in my boss's office.
How did he feel about that?
They couldn't fire me.
Why?
Because I was popular at Matt TV at the time.
He knows that you did it immediately?
Yeah, he saw me.
He saw you shit in his office?
What's with the acting out? You need to see a shrink. You got to get into therapy. You're acting out.
He is. You know what? I never thought of it as that. But you're right. It is acting out. I always just thought it was like him being an exhibitionist,
like a toddler. Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially to shit and knowing that your lady's gonna clean up your browns. I mean, that is just so nasty. You know that she loves you.
That's just.
Why are you trying to push her away?
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the deal.
Why are you trying to revolt her and disgust
The time
her?
I shit in the back seat was 4 months ago. Okay, this is what happened.
4 months?
5 o'clock on a Friday.
You're a 60-year-old man. You
5
should know
o'clock.
better than that.
5 o'clock on a Friday, right? I'm on the 101, and it's congested.
Yeah.
Right? And I had a 911
and you're
shit emergency.
Both driving down there?
No, I was by myself.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Now, what does one do?
Pull over and find a place to shit.
You're in the middle of the 101.
Yeah.
And it's 5 o'clock on a Friday. It was one of those situations like, I'm going to go in the next 20 seconds no matter what happens.
It's logistically, it doesn't make sense because if you have time to pull over and crawl into the back seat, you have time to step out of the car and
silly.
poo.
You could have pulled to the side and then
It's a
shit
real,
out of the car.
Real crazy move.
Yeah. Did you have diarrhea?
Yeah.
No. That's the thing, Christina. It wasn't diarrhea, so I know it wasn't. It wasn't that urgent.
Why would I do?
It wasn't that urgent because it was still semi-solid, mostly solid.
My diarrhea is notoriously semi-solid.
Where's this
Why are you
log? On
acting
the
out?
ground?
What's going on?
What is that?
The log is on the ground?
Oh no, it's on the actual passenger seat.
No, I mean
what?
why does she have to
on the
clean
cloth?
it? Why couldn't
is there
you
cloth,
clean?
leather? What is it?
It's cloth.
And
but
and
why
then he
doesn't?
just shits right? Doesn't put like something on
No.
the seat?
See, his dad used to at least put a
All right,
plate
don't you bring my
underneath.
dad into this shit?
Your dad?
My dad's a good man.
He
And worked hard.
I believe you.
Okay.
But he shit in the car too?
He has a problem.
But on a plate, right?
Yeah, baby, shut the fuck up, all right? My dad had a stroke.
No, but this
Leave
is when
the
he
man
was
alone.
healthy.
Yeah, when he was healthy, he used to do wild things.
Like shit in cars?
Whatever, man.
On plates?
Hey, fuck it. All right? I'm vulnerable in front of you right now.
Well, why does she have to clean it? Why wouldn't? Why? But why?
One's
Well,
fine.
no. Let me ask you. It's one thing to shit in your car.
Yeah.
It's one thing to shit in your car, but wouldn't you be so embarrassed? So, listen, if I had to shit in my car, I would be so full of shame that I would find a place to hide. I would pull
Yeah, how
over
do
and
you
I would
get your
clean it up
lady-
secretly. I would not go, "Hey Tom, come clean up my shit."
That's crazy.
It's
you have
that
to
part's
admit, that part's
crazy.
crazy.
That's crazier to
That
me
you
than
told
shitting in your
her-
car.
You told her, hey, there's a log in the
Yeah,
car?
you clean it up.
That's crazier than
nuts.
shit. You're out of your fucking mind.
Yeah.
One day, Ari,
Yeah.
Schaeffer's.
Yeah, Ari Schaefer is what we call
What?
it.
Okay.
You gotta lean back, Bobby. The camera can't see you.
Where is it?
Lean back.
It's over here. So
Is that good?
yeah, it's probably better. Yeah.
He shit on my car. In
Why-
the handle.
Why did he do that?
In the handle. On the windshield wipers. Right? He put a little bit on the windshield.
All right, thanks for coming. It's been really neat.
Wait, I want to know, why did he do that? What prompted that?
No, why are you making her clean up your browns? I
Wait a
don't want to
minute.
hear about Ari. Why are you making your lady do
Can you
that?
please tell me why Ari did that to you?
Because I peed on his. But that's not the proper response. It's not equal. It's
Right,
like
I
you know,
agree.
it's like the Japanese
It's called-
attacked Pearl Harbor, right?
Right.
And then Hiroshima, Nagasaki. I mean, it's a little drastic.
It's called.
Am I not right?
It's called escalating.
Yeah, that was
It's-
way maybe one Nagasaki would have been cool.
Yeah.
But you don't destroy two cities, right? Because you killed 300 Americans. So it's fine.
Yeah.
What they did was wrong,
Yeah.
and they read the situation wrong. The Japanese should know better, okay?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that pee and poo are completely different ball games, all right?
I hear you.
And also on top of that, just real quick, because I know this is the end, okay?
Well, poo's to ask another adult to clean up adult poo. It's ridiculous.
Okay.
It's not even an ask.
It is
It's not an ask.
How
Okay,
did?
this lady-
Wait, no.
Can I just say something?
It's not an ask, bro.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Wait a minute. What No. Take us through. Wait. You have the emergency and you go. We're past that. Do you now, on your way home, go, you're going to have to help me when I get home? Or do you wait till you get home and say, Kalila,
okay,
out in the car? Like, take us
Kalila has also seen me do it. She's seen me run across to a street, to a house, and I shit on who? On somebody's what? Magnolias. Okay, good. So there's another fact. All right?
Why did you do that?
Because I had diarrhea again. Okay, so what I'm saying is that when I have to shit, I don't have the proper, maybe the muscles deteriorated through time.
That's fine.
Okay.
Listen, you should
We got that part.
to. I'm not upset about that.
Back to Christina's point. How do you wait till you get home, till you see her, to let her know the situation? Or have you called
So
her?
when I came up that day in the back seat, I was covered in shit because it was all over my jeans. It was, right?
No, you called me.
I know I called.
똥 가고 싶어.
I want to go to shit.
I know I called you.
Yeah.
And what do you say?
And he was like, something terrible has happened, but he's also giggling. Something really bad's happening, but he's like holding back just laughter. I'm like, oh no. I already know. I already know what's happened.
It's life.
Because that wasn't the first
life
time.
is an adventure.
It's happened before.
Right.
So you knew.
When one door closes, many open.
Can I be completely... I have a theory about him.
Sure. No, let Kalila tell the theory, because she's the voice of reason here.
I honestly think in a different life he would have been a scat porn actor. He would have been that German guy who just eats poo out of someone's ass.
Yeah.
Yep.
He has a poo fascination.
So do I.
And I think that it runs deep in his family. I think his brother has a...
You're going to bring my family into it now, lady?
Your dad shit
All right,
on
my dad
plates.
had a stroke. He did shit on plates,
when he
though.
was healthy.
Why did he shit on plates?
He didn't shit on a plate.
Because he was more considerate than this asshole.
Wait, shit on a plate in his car?
No, at work.
Like a paper plate. He wouldn't shit on the actual back seat. He would find a paper plate to shit on and dispose of the paper plate.
Why would he do that as opposed?
That's nice.
Why would he do that as opposed to when a toilet's not reachable?
My dad used to own Fashion Gal. Okay.
Where's Fashion Gal?
Well, there was one in Encinitas.
Okay.
Clothing stores all over the country.
This is before Forever 21 became a thing.
I want to say I'm familiar with fashion. Isn't that possible?
It is possible.
San Fernando Valley, was there a location?
Yes.
Growing up?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
In fact, I just did a job where a woman she was makeup, right? And she goes, I grew up in San Diego. Where? She goes, Encinitas. I go, my parents had a store in Encinitas. She goes, your parents own Fashion Gal. I go, yeah. Because your dad fired me in 2 days. Accused me of stealing thousands of dollars. I go, that's my dad. That's him.
Where was he? Why was he shitting on a plate?
Because toward the end of my dad's working life, he used to have employees, but he couldn't afford it anymore. So he owned a clothing store that he was. Don't do that. Don't smile like that. I'm just getting vulnerable.
I'm sorry.
Don't do that right now.
I didn't know if you were doing a thing.
No, I'm getting really vulnerable.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
I'm sorry. I didn't know if you. You're
I know but when I'm vulnerable,
I didn't mean to.
No. When I'm vulnerable and you're smirking,
I didn't mean to.
I honestly, that pisses me off the most.
I wasn't trying.
He does it all the time. It's very
Can I just finish it without you smirking?
Yes.
So my dad, he worked so hard and couldn't afford, employees anymore. So he couldn't walk away from the register, so he used to shit on a plate.
You're being serious?
Yeah, he is.
This really the...
Yeah.
No, that's not true. So he's in Fashion Gal. No, hold on. He's in Fashion Gal. It's 2 PM, and there's customers walking, and he says, I can't walk. I can't close the doors and lock it for a minute and go in the back and shit. I'm going to let the customers looking here, and I'm going to shit in a plate.
It's so funny that you say that.
It doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't make any sense, because I'm going to tell you, do you know...
Doesn't make sense.
All right, that's interesting that you would say that, because do you know what the layout of my dad's store was? Because you're making an assumption that there was a bathroom in the warehouse or behind.
Right.
Why wouldn't he build a toilet so his employees and him could take a shit there? I mean, it's silly.
It's silly because my dad doesn't own...
I've worked retail at small stores, and there was a toilet.
Let me say something, okay? Let's say you open up a store at a mall, right? And there's no toilet in the building.
You got to sit back. You've got to lean back. The camera can't see you, maniac.
Right.
Drivel.
So don't do that. It happened. My dad shit on a plate.
Okay.
All right.
This doesn't get to the core of why do you expect Kalila
do some push-ups
to clean your browns? What about that behavior? Think about it. Why do you want the woman you're sexually active with to clean up your sloppy diarrhea browns?
Maybe I enable him. I think that's
You think
my
you're gonna?
fault.
Wow. See, she blames herself. How'd you do that fucking
It's her
wizardry? You got her to blame herself for having to clean up
It's
your
her
brown.
fault. It's her fault
Yeah.
for all of it.
You guys.
Don't do that again.
Therapy.
All right.
Anyway, what's anything?
Is there any new horrible hilarious or no? Or is it all the other one? Because it's on the list.
How long? Can I ask? How long does this go for?
We're wrapping up right now. Sorry. Oh yeah, check this out. Watch this. Tell me if you think this is horrible or hilarious. Okay.
This is supreme.
This guy, if you're listening, there's a guy standing on like his back patio, and then there's balled up barbed wire on the ground in front of him. It looks like he's going to do some type of jackass move here. Go ahead.
Okay.
This is Supreme T-shirt. Today we jump you onto barbed wire. This is for juggalos and juggalettes. Don't try this at home. I hope you like it.
Okay. Oh, shirt off.
Fuck this shit! Oh, my fucking God.
I think it's funny because it's a juggalo and they're inherently not bright.
I mean, it's someone doing it to themselves, which is kind
yeah, it's voluntary
of, you know,
dummy.
it's not like someone threw him into it. Is that where it ends? Jesus. It's really dumb.
That guy's vote counts as much as mine.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? He makes a decision.
That's the real crazy part. That at we're on an equal level playing field in America.
And I'll just make the
This
point for
fucking
you.
idiot.
I'll make the point for you.
bro.
It's a white guy. Stupid white guy. So
you vote. That's why we. The
I don't
voting,
think
the voting.
democracy's working. I think we need a philosopher.
is there another
king.
one? No.
You know, I think we just got to get rid of electoral college, but that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was really a dandy to be here.
Great. Do you have any shows coming up you want to plug?
When does it come
Madison,
out?
Wisconsin.
Oh, Madison.
Madison. Are you doing
I've never
comedy
been
on
there
state?
before.
It's
Are you
fun.
doing comedy
It's
on
really
state?
fun.
So I'm on comedy at State.
Comedy.
Well, I don't know what it's
State?
called, but I'm
That's it.
going to be in Madison this weekend. Is this come out this week?
No.
Next
It
week.
comes out next week.
Am I anywhere next week?
Next week you are in. Actually, I'm not sure.
I don't go anywhere next week.
What's your
Ontario
website?
Improv Center.
BobbyLeeLive.com.
Yeah,
Bobby
put it on
Lee-
Live.
Let's pull it up. Just to make sure.
Live.com.
I want to make sure. You see your website's down.
Your
Bobby Lee
website's
Live.
down, bro.
It's not.
God,
Did
you know.
Is it, babe?
No, it's not.
There it is.
Okay. And let's pull up those.
Is that your
tour
body?
dates.
No.
So where is he?
Oh, Ontario.
I said Ontario.
The Tempe Improv
was
is
just
in
there. I already
May.
did
So
it.
you've got your May
I did
dates
that.
up. That's
Comedy
good.
Club,
Okay.
Madison, yes, and then Ontario, California. So that's the one to
Ontario,
go to.
and then you're doing Comedy Works. in
Love that
August,
room.
which is
Oh,
amazing.
Eleanor Kerrigan's with you. She's great.
Yeah, Eleanor's great.
And then you're going to be in Oxnard
Yeah,
at
that
Levity
room's
Live, which
okay.
is great.
Laugh out loud.
Laugh Out
That room's
Loud.
tough.
And then Arlington Draft
Again.
House,
Okay.
Omaha, Nebraska,
Funny Bone.
Love
Brea.
that. Omaha
Fun.
Funny Bones.
These are all great.
Yeah.
So go to Bobby Lee Live. Get tickets now. Go see him. He's an amazing, hilarious comedian.
And I thought today's podcast went fine. I thought it was good. I thought it was good chemistry and good energy.
Do you want us to go out on the Asian song? Or
Yeah,
should I
yeah, yeah.
find something
Ching
else?
chong, ching chong. That one. You want to fuck with my mate? That one?
That one?
I like that
There's
one.
two of them.
Oh, what's the other one?
Well, because there's one that somebody made. Ding chong, ding ding chong, ding this chong, ding ding chong, ding ding chong.
I like the other one.
Ding chong. The other one.
You want to fuck with my mate?
Yeah. Ding,
First you got the money.
It's this real. It's this like ghetto, hood Asian lady, who says crazy shit, and somebody made songs from her saying it. So, if that's the right one, then we'll do that one. Bobby Lee, you can see him on tour. You can check out the amazing
Tiger Belly podcast.
Tiger Belly podcast. This is the girl, by
With
the way.
my girlfriend Kalila
With
Kuhn.
Kalila. What's your last
Kalila
name?
and me.
This is the origin of the song, just so you know where it's coming from.
Ain't shit without them eyelashes on that makeup on. A bitch wear. I'm still cute as shit. Get the fuck up out of here. I might look a little bit more ching chong, ching chong. Don't get me fucked up, bitch. I'm still hood as shit and we'll fuck your ass up.
She's
okay,
Asian.
you wanna fuck with my money, huh? You wanna fuck with my money?
That's an Asian person. Now you know. Is this her? Oh, really? Play it. Is
You
that
want
the
to
same
fuck
clip?
with my mate?
Holy shit. We haven't seen the clip in, I don't know how many years. That's her? Okay.
Ain't shit without them eyelashes on that makeup on. A bitch wear. I'm still cute as shit. Get the fuck up out of here. I might look a little bit more ching chong, but don't get me fucked up, bitch. I'm still hood as shit and we'll fuck your ass up. Okay, you wanna fuck with my money, huh? You wanna fuck with my money?
There you go. Dude, why don't you do that on stage?
Oh my god. My god, I hate that lady.
You do?
Yeah, I just come from a different stock.
What do you mean?
Yeah, she's Vietnamese.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Oh, sorry. What'd you mean?
Don't try to do that.
I thought that's what you meant.
I just want to say that I come from a different stock.
You're much better than her.
That's not what I'm saying. We're all equal. We're all human
No, we're not. Your dad made a list. We're not.
There's fucking little people out there. We're not all equal.
That's true. You're right.
I mean,
I will go with you on that one.
Some of us
I'll start a war with you on that one.
I'm an adult, man. I shit on a plate when I have to go.
Because when I see Brad Williams,
yeah,
I secretly laugh behind his back.
Jesus, man.
Oh my God, I love Brad.
Oh, I have some off-mic questions for you.
I'm kidding.
You're
kidding?
Yeah, we're done rolling.
This is your
so
thing
who's the Korean guy?
Yeah.
All right, but if you air this,
no, you can't do it. Sorry.
So then you lied. You lied. You know what? What's happened to you? You used to be so cool.
Tiger Belly featuring Kalila and
You
her
just lie
friend,
like that?
Kalila and her friend Bobby.
He wouldn't have cared.
When are you guys going to come back to
Can I
our...
just say, hold on.
I
Can say
loved you.
something?
I love your podcast.
Wait.
It's the best.
You were great today.
Kalila's
thank you.
always a
She's
winner.
great.
Can I tell you something? She shows up. She looks great. She sounds great. She has great input. She's funny.
You're a
She's
natural.
engaging.
You're a
Thank
natural.
you.
She really is.
She dresses cool.
I know.
You are smelly.
You're smelly.
Whatever.
You're weird.
Little
You're eccentric.
weird.
Pick up man when he's down.
You're gross.
Kind of ruin our
You're
equipment.
disgusting.
Yeah.
No one likes you.
All right.
He's a project human. That's what I like to do. He's a fixer-upper.
He is. You're like a shelter dog.
When can
with
we
a
come
rescue.
back? When can we come back to Tiger
Yeah,
Belly?
yeah. Let's do
Anytime.
it.
Ooh, and our new place.
Yeah.
We're going to
So
do
we
it
can
in
be so
our place.
cramped.
You
So
are?
we can have
Yes,
the both of you on.
yeah.
Would love it.
Yeah.
Would love it.
You let us get it set up. I want to honestly thank you for having me on your podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciate it.
I love you. I think you're the
I really
best.
honestly no, I'm being real.
I know.
When I see you,
Yeah.
You're so ridiculous.
forget it.
Tell me.
That's
You're
okay.
Tell me.
ridiculous.
Let's
I
end it.
love
Tell
you,
me.
Bobby Lee. We love
Just end
you.
it.
Stop.
Just tell me what you're
It's
going to
better
say.
this way.
Tell me what you're going to say.
All right. When I see,
When you see me,
yeah,
tell me.
I my heart flutters.
Oh.
I get heart palpitations.
That makes
I
me
see
feel
it.
good. That makes
I
me feel
honestly think that you are probably you're very funny.
Thanks.
But you're also a kind-hearted guy.
Thank you.
And I think that you and Bill Burr, you guys are the future.
Oh, you're very-
Wow.
Very nice. You're
Future
very nice.
of
Maybe Bert,
racist
maybe Bert, I don't
white
know.
comedians.
Why you have to take it there? You ruined the whole thing.
What?
You mentioned Bert.
I like him too.
That's where we differ.
Yvonne's good too.
Huh?
Anyway,
There we go.
bye.
Bye.
Bye, mommies.
Ching chong, ching chong, ching chong, ching chong.
Do we want to hear the song?
Ching chong, ching
It's a good song.
ching chong.
Listen to it.
Because it's so racist.
It's
that
not.
It's so racist. I don't.
Listen to it.
That alone.
Listen. Hold on.
You didn't wait for the bass to drop.
Come on. Listen.
He gotta send her flowers on a Tuesday.
It's a good song, though, right? Like, they did a good,
Catchy. Yeah.
a good song. But
Oh, I'm a bad mother because I make crazy ass videos. She don't care about nothing but her fucking nut. So whatever, come on, little side bitch, let's go get you some self-respect and dignity in a life. Don't accidentally stick your dick in the wrong hole. 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 Bitches out here sucking. Bitches out here sucking. Bitches out here sucking. Bitches out here sucking. I can't stand when somebody comment under one of my videos. Is she high? No, beautiful guy. I am blessed.
Hi, Mommy. Thanks, Jean. Thank you for watching this episode of Your Mom's House. And if you had a great time, watch more videos here, here, here. And don't forget to subscribe here, here, here so that you will know when a Your Mom's House video comes out immediately.